Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another installment of D&D with Divergent Dice. Tonight, we've got Visions and Omens, and we are going to get right into it after a couple announcements. There is currently...
You love me!
Shannon with the resub.
You really love me!
There is currently a sponsorship going on the channel right now for World of Warships. It's a free PC game. There is a panel down underneath, and you install the game on your computer. Play for probably 30 minutes, realistically. You just have to get 2 new ships. Warships, KB. And it helps out the channel. So we do love sponsors. So if you guys want to check that out, we would certainly not complain. This week we've got D&D tonight and tomorrow night. So
we have D&D tomorrow. Oh, Finders Keepers, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Nothing going on in those campaigns whatsoever right now. So anyone else has anything? Otherwise, we'll throw it to Mike and Shannon to kick this off.
Right on. Yeah, no, just thanks guys for coming. And as mentioned in the chat, our obligatory shout out to Big Oil for sponsoring our show today.
Only the finest of oils.
Thanks, Crisco. Oh, goodness. No. Well, happy Family Day here from Ontario, at least a number of other provinces. I think not Manitoba or Quebec for some reason or something. But anyways, happy Monday to everybody else. And yeah, we'll kick it. We'll get started here with our usual intro from Shannon. So Cannon with Shannon, take it away.
All right. We began the last game at the river crossing, where the turtle was requiring some payment in exchange for allowing us to cross. Why did I say Amiel? Oh no.
There you go.
Ryan Frost, who I wrote as Amiel for some reason, gave us all the story.
So funny.
Amiel's story would have been equally sad, to be clear.
True, right?
It was.
Sad and confusing.
Mithra did a dance. Kelvin had a clear vial of liquid, which he was then talked into drinking, but he didn't die and instead gets a megaphone voice. Vaz got tricky and gives him no copper, but was allowed to pass, and Rolith gives him a prayer book, which was a struggle to explain. We all crossed the river, head onwards. We came to a fork in the road, and the group was railroaded by Mithra to go down the path to the gold cave. So we came to a cave, we head down it, and come to a cavern full of bugs. Rolith takes out most of them with his spirit guardians. Kelvin gets knocks out, but it's all good. Ryan Frost grabs an insect egg to eat later, and brings a chest full of gold gems and stuff back to where Mithra tossed most of it in the bag holding. As the chest screams, which eventually draws a giant worm to attack us. Shatter destroys the worm as it goes to defend the eggs. Vaz has a moment of realization that he keeps having memories going missing as he wakes up surrounded by dead monsters. We take a short rest. Rolith asks Mithra why she wants all this money. We get out of the cave and head into a forest where Vaz hears the wind whispering to us to turn back. That's where we ended.
And
perfect.
All responsible adventuring groups, when a mysterious unknown voice tells you to head back, you send the 2 people with the most hit points to go forward.
Yes, it's in the playbook, right?
Yep.
Yeah. But yes, thank you, Shannon. A particularly great scene there with the worm when Casey ruined my awesome attack from below. Picture that happening cinematically, and it broke.
It was cinematic.
It was. It absolutely was.
Cinematic.
It absolutely was. You cinematically ruined everything for me.
There are times where I just wish we could just snap our fingers and have the Michael Bay style clip for that moment, Rhyme Frost shoulder deep in viscera from going egg stomping as this thing comes up and just gets ripped apart by Casey. Oh,
I'm
kiss.
sure we're not too far off of being able to generate that.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, as Shannon mentioned, we last left our players here in the woods. As you entered, the sun was, shining kind of bright overhead. It was probably just past kind of midday. The sun was high in the sky. You entered the forest. The trees started to become kind of denser and denser after leading kind of from the bit of plains before and after the river. And as the forest becomes denser and the canopy overhead just becomes kind of more and more full, it becomes, dark. It's tough to sort of see any sky really, as the forest here is sort of full and lush all around you. And as you entered, you heard indeed a voice kind of whisper out.
The Fab Four, right?
What's that?
It was the Fab Four, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, it was. Yeah, you know that it was. Whispered out, leave this place.
That's
you will die here. I believe were the exact words.
I didn't hear that second part.
It wouldn't have changed anything.
Yeah, I think Vaz heard it. If I'm correct here.
Yeah, it was me.
I
was
don't
me.
remember that single.
Well, I mean, maybe just kind of block it out of your memory.
That's
maybe
because
not
you rolled a 7.
Yeah, there's that.
Valid.
So, give me some perception checks as you guys enter the woods here.
Just 7 wasn't quite bad enough.
Right. Just to really drive the point home. Yeah. I mean, to most of you, this looks like a forest. I mean, Ryan Frost, there's a lot to take in, so you're just like, oh, tree, interesting, Kelvin, Mithra, same kind of thing. You guys are distracted. As you heard something kind of echo out moments ago, trying to make sense of what it is. Raleth and Vaz, I mean, you guys kind of feel a bit of a chill in the air. You listen closely and you look closely, and you can kind of see, the trees sway in a sort of non-existent breeze. One tree, then the next, as if a breeze were kind of blowing through, but you feel nothing. And Raleth, you kind of see something in the trees here, just sort of to the side of the group in this first tree. Some small creature kind of lurking about in the tree. You see a small set of eyes kind of glowing.
Just watching?
Yep, you just saw some movement. You saw the eyes, and you got the sense that whatever did move is still kind of lurking, I guess, in there. Not terribly big.
Okay, I'll just look right at it and kind of call out, we don't mean any harm, but do you want to come out and talk to us?
Okay, what else are you guys doing? Vaz, did you share with the group what you heard whisper?
Yeah, I would have let them know at least what they're getting into.
Cool. So yeah, you guys all have this kind of dark, eerie vibe.
Would
We
not do anything when I talk to it?
I mean, nothing kind of like calls back at you. Imagine the same thing happens if you watch a squirrel dish into a bush and you called out to it. Same sort of.
Right. Oh, so sorry, what's the size of this thing?
It's
Or like
small, or
character of the eyes. Is it like human-looking eyes or like creature?
sure, give me an investigation check since you're trying to kind of like you're squinting to see if you can see better. Now that it's caught your attention.
Sure.
That's a number.
I see better.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, you squint so good. Looks like a cat.
Oh, it looks like a cat. Okay.
Yeah, you see another one kind of behind it, up a little bit higher in the tree. And then you see you look around and you see like 3 or 4 more kind of in some of these other trees.
There's a bunch of animals or something here.
Is that weird? Don't forests usually have animals?
It's kind of weird that they're watching us this intently, I think.
Are you talking to a bush?
Yep.
Did it talk back?
No.
Oh.
Hi, bush.
Baz, once Rowleth points it out, with your 18 just behind him, you can see some of these creatures as well. Yeah, they look like they're cats.
This is some Alice in Wonderland level shit.
Keep going.
And we are not high.
That we know of.
Yeah. Well,
So, yeah.
That's the point.
Okay. What are you guys doing?
I think at this point, Rhymefrost, are you worried about the cats? Are the cats are they a problem?
More
Don't
worried
eat the-
about
don't eat the
thing that
cats.
Said we're gonna die in here.
The cats said that?
I don't.
They're talking
well,
cats?
I thought so when I saw I thought it might be a talking creature when I saw the eyes.
Are they regular sized domestic cats, or are they like tiger sized cats? Cat has a broad spectrum.
Yeah,
Big difference there.
Yeah,
You can-
Leonin,
yeah.
as an
give me an
example.
investigation check, Vaz, with advantage. Just
Okay.
roll one out there for me.
Great.
With advantage, you said?
Yeah, that is what I said. I mean, they don't look like jungle cats. They look more like domestic cats. They're they're small in size.
Excellent.
Yeah. Beyond that, you don't know.
Should we just keep going?
I'm not afraid of any cats.
Fair enough. Let's go.
Cats are probably.
Guys is going to draw his dagger just in case.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. So yeah, you guys are kind of marching up there. Mithra's leading the way. Vaz is behind. Mithra, as you get there, so you guys have your tokens there. The rest of the party, are you guys gonna holding back like this to kind of see
No.
what goes on?
No.
You guys following?
No,
with?
no.
Rhymefrost is like,
Cats.
All right. If you're
Yeah.
at or past where Vaz and Mithra are, if you kind of picture, this looks like somewhat of a path. I need con saves from you guys, please.
From all of us?
Yeah, unless you're kind of 10 feet or more from Vaz or Mithra.
My token is currently that, so I am not moving.
is there a type of thing that I'm saving against?
Yeah, you have advantage.
21. Oh wait, just
It's a
18.
+3.
I had bless still checked. Just
Gotcha.
18.
Mithra, everyone except for Rhymefrost and Kelvin. As you guys kind of pass this narrow part of the path here with this kind of downed tree, each of you kind of feels something kind of sting your arm, your leg. Mithra, you kind of feel it in the neck.
Ouch. Sucks to be short.
So it's all on the same level then?
Exactly. Ryan Frost, what's your passive? 13?
My that passive is
I think something like that.
14.
Mine's
14, lovely.
Mine's 16, if that
Okay.
matters.
Kelvin, you're a bit lower. I think you're
yeah, I'm
12 or
11.
13 or 11. Okay. Yeah, Ryan Forrest, nor Kelvin. Yeah, you guys don't kind of catch what happens, but the rest of you take 5 points of piercing damage, and something feels strange.
Sorry, Rhyme Frost wasn't affected, but I got
Correct.
better than him.
He had advantage, so he and his +3, so he had like 21.
No,
yeah.
he didn't have +3. That was
you
plus.
don't
I
have
had,
+3.
I had
He had
18.
18.
Oh, that's
So-
even
Yeah.
so much better. That's so
What
much
number?
better.
What number did you have to hit?
Yeah, you had to hit a 20. So
A 20.
yeah, Ryan Frost was the only one that had passed. So he doesn't pass. So that's even better.
Oh, man.
Kelvin.
Sucks to be you guys.
With advantage on being frightened if it's that.
It's
Noted.
Okay.
I think it's probably poison. So it was 5
Probably.
points of
Yeah, piercing
damage.
damage. So not 5 points for Ryan Frost. And the four of you, yeah, like I said, start to feel very strange. Who failed the worst here? Mithra, you feel it first. You take a step, probably because it was like the neck closer to the head. Something kind of triggered. You take your first step after feeling this sting, and the ground kind of beneath you starts to kind of wobble.
Whoa.
Fuck, here's the drugs.
You feel like your vision starts to blur. And can you roll me a D10 real quick there, pretty please?
I can indeed.
Oh, it's an 8. Nothing bad
It's
ever
an 8.
happens on 8s.
Our favorite number.
So the scene in front of you starts to kind of the color starts to fade from it, Mithra, and you start to kind of see everything in this like dull, flat kind of grayscale. As the color kind of starts to fade away and the ground sort of starts to wobble. Yeah, you start to hallucinate. It becomes everywhere you walk becomes difficult terrain. And you have disadvantage on checks or saving throws involving sight. On top of that, Mithra, you start to feel this kind of like paranoia set in. You start to feel this urge to just kind of constantly be looking over your shoulder. And you feel the presence of something kind of sneak up on you. But it sort of comes from you, and you hear this kind of whisper. Something whispers to you, you better never sleep again. I'm going to kill you in your sleep. I hope you know that. And Mithra, you swear this is coming from the crossbow that you're holding.
Oh.
You're 100% convinced of this. It doesn't. You don't question whether or not it makes any sense,
She's going to just.
and yeah, you're sort of kind of paranoid with it with every step.
Guys, the color's gone. Do you see color? Everything's gray.
Vaz and Rhyme Frost, you guys give me D10s as well, please.
Oh boy.
And me?
Yeah, you
Or-
might as well. You might as well as well. I was gonna go in order, but we might as well just get it all out of the.
Oh, good. I hope everyone rolls something different.
We did.
Yep.
Rhyme Frost. Ground sort of feels slippery to you. Nothing really kind of changes with your vision. You feel a little bit kind of like uneasy or unsteady. But more than anything, the ground kind of beneath you feels slippery. You kind of move twice as much in any direction that you mean to, sort of unable to control kind of how fast you're moving, and
dream.
often the often the
this is-
distance.
Has Redbreast ever used less than his maximum movement? This is nothing.
Off in the distance, kind of up this slope here to the right, you see a tree that looks to be kind of hollowed out, and like gold is pouring out of it.
Mithra, there's a tree up there for you. I can't eat it. It's full of gold.
These are all going to be shifted like one to the right.
Raleth,
Impact.
Raleth, you kind of feel this sting as well, and you sort of begin to sort of wander. You kind of find yourself. You kind of find that you kind of slip away from the group, and you can obviously follow your token here, and you sort of find this entrance, I guess, to a small sort of cave in the side of the cliff here, and give me a con saving throw.
Sure.
You're looking for a 16 or better. There you go. You feel it calling you to enter the cave, but you sort of resist stepping inside. But you find you're not easily able to turn away from it at the same time, and you sort of hear these whispers calling you by name from within the cave. Vaz, just beyond this fallen tree here, or this sort of hollowed out log that's kind of rotting away, you see this bird sort of flutter down from the tree there to the path. It kind of hobbles around, it jumps, it kind of squeaks a little bit, and then it kind of looks at you, and it sort of it cocks its head, and you see it struggle for a second, and a second head pops out of this bird's shoulder, and it starts having a conversation with itself that you can hear, where it seems to be one head seems to be telling the other head to follow it, and the bird sort of hobbles away. Can you give me a wisdom saving throw here? You're looking for a 16 or better. Yeah. Vaz, you're curious. You feel this thing trying to sort of compel you to follow it, but you're able to sort of resist the compulsion and kind of choose what you do from here. But you've wandered sort of just off beyond this tree stump here at this point. Kelvin, you kind of watch this group just kind of like they hit a fucking wall, and something kind of changed. You saw them each kind of wince, and then start acting, really strange. What's Kelvin doing? What's Kelvin thinking?
Calvin is like eyebrow raised, like watching this and listening to these people like relay like Mithra's colorblindness, a tree of gold. I don't even know where the fuck Raleth just pissed off to, but like he's like he pieced out, and he's just like, oh fuck, it's gonna be like herding cats.
Appropriate.
He's going to take one step forward, and then he's going to Misty Step 30 over here.
So smart.
Okay.
And then like when he like reappears, he's just going to kind of like count to 3, give like a quick 3 count, and be like, okay.
And you're just kind of taking scope of things again?
Yeah, just like I said, like he's trying to assess, like, did he get past this wall that everybody seemed to have hit, like, unscathed?
Okay.
And then he's going to try to assess the situation as best he can here.
Okay. Yeah, so you don't feel anything kind of strange right away, Kelvin. What we are going to do, though, is have everybody roll initiative here, just so we can everybody can take some actions here sequentially based on what they're doing. Kelvin, you can have advantage on your initiative since you seem to be able to move and react a little bit.
Don't need it.
Don't need it.
Unless you want to try and beat 22.14.
I can. I
can.
literally. I can. I
That's
rolled the
it.
highest capable number.
Yeah.
Roll again, though. You might.
Right.
You could get it again.
I mean,
All
you
right.
can't beat it with that attitude.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so Mithra, with the color kind of void from the world in front of you and this kind of uneven terrain in front of you, you see Kelvin sort of like reappear first, just kind of a blur, and then he kind of seems to rematerialize in front of you. What's Mithra doing?
Least necessary question.
Something from your back still whispering, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Don't you fucking dare fall asleep.
Yeah, she's gonna start out by shouting at her bow, "Shut up, you can't hurt me." And then she realizes her world is moving pretty slow. She had half speed, right?
Yeah.
Rough terrain. So she'll turn to Rhyme Frost and say, "Can you football me to the gold tree?"
You football me to the gold tree.
And that's it for Mithra.
Yeah, I feel like Mithra like turns, like you see, like it's like a dog chasing their tail, like turning around on the spot, like yelling at the bow on her back. Okay, it's great. Kelvin, you just kind of watched Mithra yell at herself, spinning in a circle here, and call out about this tree of gold. What's Kelvin doing?
Kelvin is not suited for moral support right now. I only have one of these left. Okay, I mean, I can't see. Can I see Rowleth where he where he went? I guess, or is he like tucked like into a cave?
Can you see him? Like, in your token see him?
I can see his token, but like you kind of said that he was like in a cave. So
yeah, he's just like kind of barely tucked up against the mouth of the cave, so you could probably just see that he's there.
Okay. Okay, I'm just trying to. Out of the party, who would Calvin assess is probably the most unstable right now?
Most
Like
yelling
in
at-
general,
yelling at-
or...
Do
Yeah.
you mean including the poison?
Yeah, truly.
Yeah, I think to you it probably looks like
It's got to be Mithra because Mithra's the okay. I'm gonna pick Mithra because she's also the cleric, and I know that she's probably got some spells that will probably help in this situation. So I am going to attempt to cast Dispel Magic on Mithra.
okay. Third level or lower, right? Is Dispel's Magic still?
Third level or automatically ends. Otherwise,
Yeah.
he has to make an ability check
Yeah.
with his intelligence.
Nice. Yeah, Mithra seems to. So you get this spell off, Kelvin, and Mithra, you seem to kind of snap out of it here. You get the color that kind of like comes like racing back. You get this like you feel this like warm sensation kind of behind your eyes and like in your face as like all the color rushes back, and the ground beneath you kind of sort of slowly starts to even out and stop moving, and a moment goes by. You kind of take a deep breath and you feel like you're kind of mostly back to yourself here.
Whoa, they're still gold, right?
Yeah, like Mithra being the most unstable kind of works out a few ways.
I also
Okay,
love
Cal-
how Mithra is
Does
all,
Cal-
like drawn to the super intellectual type who's like the unwitting partner in crime.
Absolutely.
I should, yeah, like, would Calvin have seen the tree that, like, Rhyme Frost was, like, pointing at, being like, hey, gold tree, and being like, it's a tree.
No, you can't see it from where you are. You can tell that there's a tree up on the cliff behind you, but you can't see much of it.
Okay.
Okay, Ryan Frost. You're still enamored by the.
So Mithra said like she wants to go to the tree, like gonna tuck Mithra up under an arm, and with my redonkulous movement speed currently, I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Like, use the tree to stop myself.
Yeah.
What's this tree look like? As I
So
like
Ryan,
careen into it.
Rhyme Frost, like for you, like as you kind of like come, slamming against this tree, like the trunk rattles and like gold like spills out of it. Like you hear like the clatter of it. You catch a little bit of shine off of a coin every now and then. That where there is some that kind of comes through the trees. You're like this is what? This is amazing. It's like when money is pouring out of like the jackpot machine. Slot machine, jackpot machine. They don't call it those.
Jackpot machine.
Yeah, just like set Mithra down. There you go, Mithra. I can't eat it.
What does Mithra see?
I don't know. We'll resolve that on Mithra's turn.
Okay.
A whole lot of bark.
So question for DM Mike.
Yeah.
Rhyme Frost couldn't care less about gold. So,
Sure.
like, Mithra cares about gold, so he got Mithra there. So is he still like compelled because he wants to make sure that Releth isn't going to get eaten, because Releth is puny and ran away.
Yeah, no, not necessarily. You're not compelled by the tree or the gold. You just you just saw it.
Yeah, I did my job. Mithra, I'm gonna go check on Releth, and then I'll take the dash action because let's go fast. And I'm on like a raised elevation here, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's like a
like-
good like kind of 15 feet up.
Perfect. 5, 10, 15. Can't stop at the edge of the cliff, so Rhyme Frost just kind of goes careening over the edge, and he'll try to like land adjacent to / like on Releth to make sure that he's okay.
Yeah. Is Ryan Frost like jumping, or is he like running and like kind of just like sliding down this thing?
Well, I assume he can't. From your description, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
he
I guess
can't.
not. Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, I like that. Okay, yeah, give me a con save, and Rolef, give me a deck save.
14.
Yeah. You seem to kind of be uninjured tumbling down this thing, but probably because Rolef breaks your fall. And you only end up taking 1 bludgeoning damage.
Perfect. That for me or for Releth?
That's for Rolef.
Perfect.
You
Even better.
bludgeoned on top of him.
Yeah.
You are the bludgeon.
That's right.
Releth, you left the what's in the cave? Why'd you go away by yourself?
Am I able to
Then
respond right
run
now or
from
not?
Your answers are just going to be kind of pertaining to the cave and your interest in it. You may share that something's calling you.
Yeah. Rhyme Frost will like pick himself up, and just be like, okay, That's the end of Renfro's turn.
Vaz, you took a couple of steps here, just off the path as this birdie kind of started to hop away thicker into the trees. What are you doing?
I'm going to continue to follow the bird.
Okay.
I'm curious
So-
to see where it's going.
Yeah, give me a nature check. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, easy enough for you to find and follow. You I'm gonna move your token here, so you kind of follow this bird. It kind of speeds up a little bit at one point, and you think you kind of lose it as it moves through the trees here. As it does, though, Vaz, give me a perception check. Yeah, you see sort of this like patch of birds, and you can't tell kind of which was your bird until all of a sudden you see something pounce into this kind of flock of birds, and the birds all kind of scatter, and you see yourself looking at this sort of two-headed cat.
Okay, yeah. I'm super interested in the cat. Is the cat successful in getting a
Yeah,
meal?
it pounces and it certainly catches a bird kind of in its paws. It kind of swats at it, gets it in its mouth and kind of shakes it. As it kind of looks back over its shoulder, it both of its heads look back over its shoulder at you, and it starts to take a few steps further away.
Okay. I will try to calm it down, or so that it doesn't like run away. I'll offer it some some rations if I've got like jerked meat or something, or dried meat, something like that.
Phrasing.
Yeah.
Easy
Yeah,
there,
give me-
Splurch. Easy.
Give me some animal handling.
Animal handling, man. Oh,
Yeah,
The
this
RNG is
thing
nice.
sort of you're able to kind of calm it down. No sudden movements. Yeah, you pull out some dried jerked meat, and you sort of offer it out. Hand open to this thing. You probably have to take a few more steps forward. I think this gets you to 30. The cat sort of eats from your hand, and then it sort of slowly gets up and it takes a couple more steps into this sort of stone pile here, where it lays down.
I will use a bonus action bonus action dash to follow it.
Okay. As you get here, the cat is sort of curled up, and you sort of stand or kneel here for a moment, kind of in front of it, and then the cat sort of starts to swirl in this kind of smoke, and kind of turns slowly into this like crackling black, and then fades to sickly green flame. And unless you've got anything else, that's going to be the end of your turn.
I still have an action, so I'll just use it to put my dagger away and stow my shield.
Okay. Ralef, you're like standing at the entrance to this cave here, kind of contemplating, do I go, do I not go? What is it? What's in there? You're intrigued by it calling out to you when like all of a sudden, some debris falls from above you, and then Ryan Frost comes just like fucking tumbling down and like, smashes into you. He kind of asks you, if you're good, and you kind of brush him off a little bit, and now you guys are just here standing next to each other.
Right. So when I made that con save earlier, you said that essentially the feeling I got was I still want to go in, but I know I shouldn't a little bit. Like it's a little conflicted, it sounds like.
Well, it's more so just that like you felt it like pulling at you, like you didn't have a choice, but then you were able to resist like the thrall.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're still very much, intrigued and you're just not compelled.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. So I'm kind of of two minds about it. It sounds like in that case, I think I would ignore Rhyme Frost for now and just like find, I'll find like a rock on the ground or something, cast light on it, and throw it inside. If I'm like still wanting to know what's inside, but like kind of resisting going
in. Cool. So, you're able to find this rock. You cast light, no problem, easy enough to get off. You kind of toss it into the cave. You get a good throw on it, and something weird happens. It looks like the light is actually like carried much further than it does. Like it almost does this like kind of pulse where the rock lands, and light kind of pulses off of the rock, going like hundreds of feet. And then kind of fades, and the rock remains lit, lighting just sort of a shallow area around it.
So it's just like cave inside?
Looks to be sort of like a long tunnel, and as the light stops sort of pulsing, you hear a whisper, if you look, you will only find the truth.
Might as well, like, guess lean in. I'll just mutter to Rhyme-Frost, like, there's something important here, and I'm gonna go in. Just walk on in.
Sure.
I have to stand up after Rhyme-Frost bowled into me.
No, he just kind of like knocked you off kilter a little bit, kind of spun you around and bruised you a bit, but
I
you
go
didn't.
30 feet in then.
Okay, yeah, you're 30 feet in. The rock's kind of not too far off. You can see for the distance that the light kind of pushes, and it feels warm. You feel this kind of like calming sense of warmth kind of come over you.
That's all I can do, I think.
Okay. Top of the order here, Mithra, you are standing at the base of this tree here. It's a fucking tree, Mithra. It's just a tree. You don't know. Ryan Frost like stepped away. You're like, what the fuck? Like, it's just a tree, man.
Rowleth, there's no... Oh, no, not Rowleth. Ryan Frost, there's no gold. Ah! Alright.
It's okay. You're up on a 30-foot cliff now. It's fine.
Is this 30 feet? I was gonna ask.
This is about 15 feet here.
15 feet here?
Yeah.
She's gonna jump off the cliff then. Heading this way. It's the quickest way to go.
Mithra just jumps off the 15-foot cliff.
Yeah.
All right.
What do I roll?
Do I see it?
Roll yourself a d6. Yeah, Kelvin, you see it.
Christ, I'll hit her with Featherfall.
Oh, really?
Oh,
You should take the 4. Save yourself a spell slot.
He probably wouldn't, because like he would still cast it and be like,
Okay.
he's not gonna let Mithra like just
He's fucking babysitting mode. Like, what are you doing, you fucking idiot?
Okay. Well, thanks.
Cool.
And she's gonna go looking for Vaz, because Relith at least has Rhyme Frost, so...
Okay. So you
Vaz
just go kind of running
disappeared.
into the
feel safe.
forest here.
Yeah. So
I think you've used about
that's,
15 feet of movement.
15. All right. And with dash, she has 35 left. Can she run into the trees here?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to see through them. It's not like, I mean, some of them. I mean, Mithra, you probably have a better view of anybody because you're a bit shorter and the branches don't all like start at the ground. But like,
Usual.
it's like running through a forest. You can.
All right. She's just gonna run into the brush then.
Okay.
And heading after Vaz.
Okay. Mithra, as you enter this sort of brambly area here, can you give me a con save, please?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. 11.
Okay. Can you roll me a d10, please?
Yeah, I can.
Everything's
7.
Ooh, I know that one.
New one. Oh, which one is it?
Mithra, you are like you run. This is so good. You run into the forest, and you're like where did Vaz go? And you kind of think you see where he entered this little clearing, but then there's something just off to the side that catches your eye. It's a fucking tree is just filled with gold. It is pouring out of this tree like cling, 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 cling. Like
I'm sorry, Vaz.
Unbelievable that Ramfrost just like got mixed up.
you wonder if Frost, was maybe just like a little bit mixed up because like you sure as shit hear exactly what he described.
Yeah, Vaz is on his own again. All right.
God, it's really good.
Yeah.
Okay,
Is that what he's saying?
let's see here. Is that it for Mithra?
Yep, that's it for Mithra.
Cool. At the same time, Mithra. Oops. Why did that not work? There we go. What's your AC? Just out of curiosity, Mithra.
18.
Oh, okay, great. You feel this like swat sort of at your back as sort of these branches in this tree sort of begin to ruffle, and like seemingly this tree is like reaching out at you.
Bad tree. Stay back.
There'd be gold to get. Piss off, Grant.
Kelvin, you watch Mithra kind of disappear into the woods here, and then you kind of hear this this sort of groan.
Great.
Yeah, it sounds exactly like that.
Exactly.
Calvin is gonna like Calvin. What does Calvin see? Because like as Mithra just like jumped off a cliff, he caught her, and then she like got up and just like ran into the woods
And just like booked it into the woods. Yeah.
with like no communication. So I'm just like,
100%. Yeah. Like she doesn't even like she
Alright,
didn't say
are you
thanks. She
telling
was
me
more like
Calvin finds
insulted.
this
Like,
odd?
why did you stop me? Like, why did like I fucking jumped, man. Give me an investigation check though.
oh,
You
all right.
cannot tell me Kelvin finds this surprising.
I mean,
Right.
I'm a little confused. I'm just confused.
Yeah, you heard her mention something about Vaz under your breath.
Okay.
But I think you also kind of heard this like loud crack of like a like a tree branch, kind
She
of
also shouted at
cracking.
the tree.
And there you go.
It's not a tree.
Okay. I'm going to look into the woods to see what I like. It's like I don't. Do I like Mithra's talking to a tree now? So Kelvin is immediately like he's like, did it happen again? Like, is it the woods?
Give me an Arcana check.
Are you not concerned about Rowleth running into a dark cave?
I'm concerned about everybody.
Yeah, I don't know if Kelvin really knows
Very
too much about what's going on with Ralef. You can just barely see. Okay, so with your 22 though, yeah, you're like there's some fucky magic in these woods. There's this is no poison. There's some magic fuckery happening here.
Kelvin needed 22 for that, then I don't think Kelvin's a very good wizard.
No. You do get the sense though that there are these kind of small shrubs that seem to, with your 22, there's these kind of small shrubs that seem to kind of be the ones that are reaching out to try and kind of like, they do sort of prick, their prey, but it's sort of a magical delivery, kind of more than anything that happens via touch. You kind of get a good look at these things. They look like awakened shrubs. Yeah. You get the feeling that you can, if you go slow enough, you could probably move through the forest and avoid them.
I don't want to move through the forest right now.
Not fair. That's fair.
Fuckery. 10, 15, 20, 20. I am going to continue on the path, which is much more open. And I'm just going to yell at Mithra, get out of the woods! And hope that she has enough mental stability left in her to understand that.
Bling,
30,
bling, motherfucker. She's not even.
And then I'm taking the dash action 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to get up to Ryan Frost and Ralef.
Okay.
Well, Ralef is
Kelvin.
inside. Ryan Frost.
Ralef is inside. All right, I'm gonna get up to Ryan Frost and just kind of like, man, I'm just gonna give him like the hardest squint to see if I can like mentally assess his mental capabilities, and then I'm gonna ask him where Ralef is.
You don't need to ask because you see Ralef just like glitch walking into the side of a cliff, like full, as if he's walking down an empty tunnel, scraping up his like kind of forearms and kind of stumbling a little bit here as he tries to kind of like walk through this cliff.
Is this the Bethesda Woods by chance?
Yeah, and Ryan Frost, I mean, you get the sense that that he is, that something is for sure going on with him. The same thing that you saw kind of affecting Mithra, you get the sense is happening to Ryan Frost as well.
I mean, it's action to get here, and I got nothing left, so.
Ryan Frost, Kelvin's here, and he's worried about you.
And I see Ralef also walking like full into a cliff.
Well, you're still affected by the hallucination. So to you, you're seeing what Ralef is seeing. To you don't see if Kelvin describes this to you, you don't see that. You're like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's gone into the cave. He told me to just like wait out here and chill.
Yeah. Do I see any of this stuff back here?
Give me an investigation check.
Oh boy. Hey, look at me go with my nat not 20.
Yeah, you're like, I think a tree is moving, like alive.
Perfect. That's all Ryan Frost needs. He's gonna go make the tree not alive.
Cool.
He's gonna be like, Kelvin, Ralef went into the cave, and he just like points to where he's walking into the wall, and he's like, I'm gonna go kill a tree. Like,
this is not helping Kelvin at all, because Kelvin's just like instantly like points out Ralef, who's walking into a wall, and then he's just talked about going to kill a moving tree. Like my level of concern is just continuing to rise.
I really hoped that it would work out so that like one person isn't affected, and this is great. I'm happy.
Ryan Frost will rage.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, rage away.
Yep. We had a short rest, but not a long rest. Okay. Rage. I get 3 10 hit points. And I will make this tree less alive.
All right. Swing home.
19.
Yeah, that's still going to hit.
15 points of slashing damage.
Excellent.
And then I will swing again for 10 points of slashing damage. The trees
Excellent,
are
good.
alive!
Yeah, you've taken a few limbs out of this thing, and it has swung around as if to sort of notice you after that last swing, for sure.
Fun fact: most trees are alive, people, but this tree is definitely alive.
Not wrong.
That's it for me. Ryan Frost has something to fight. He doesn't. He's not too fussed about the details.
Okay. That's it for Rhyme Frost. Rhyme Frost, as you sort of stand there, with your sort of back to this sort of yellow kind of amber tree behind you, you feel something from behind.
The tree didn't even buy me dinner.
It didn't. It did not. What's Rhyme Frost? You see that? I'm sure that doesn't hit. You're 14?
Only just 14, yeah.
Right, yeah, okay. But yeah, you sort of turn around just in time to see this vine sort of recoil back up into the tree here.
Yep. Ryan Frost just points his sword at that tree. He's like, "You're next."
Vaz, you're up here.
Yeah, so Vaz is just he hasn't gone catatonic, but he's he recognizes the pattern of the flames.
Yeah.
He feels like he's seen those flames before somewhere.
It sort of like I said, starts to kind of crackle and pop. And you sort of see this familiar image kind of appear. I'll get the rest of the group to put on their earmuffs for 1 second. A reverse whisper while something happens for Vaz here. Vaz, so you see Acerac's skull sort of appear in the flames here and speaks to you. It sort of tells you in this ghastly voice that you have done well, Vaz, with what you've done to Dresden and the rest of your party, not knowing. He tells you that your work's not done yet. He'll ask more of you before you get stronger. He asks you to acknowledge that you are, in fact, on your way to Tenby. Do you acknowledge that, Vaz, or do you fight it?
Yes, we are going to Tenby.
As you answer, your sort of ghastly image is ignited in front of him here. Acerac explains to you that you're to remove a specific page from the Book of Bones and bring it to a man in Tenby once you arrive. He explains to you the page and instructs you not to read its contents. He tells you that the cat will accompany you to Tenby, and that when you arrive, will show you the way. He tells you that the cat's name is Baskill. And that you should not trust the man you delivered the page to.
Deliver the page. No reading. Follow Baskill. No trusting.
You have anything you want to do before they come back?
Yeah, I mean, all I'm gonna do is if Baskill like assumes his Baskill form, I'll just pick Baskill up like we're the bestest of friends.
Yep.
Like he's my new pal.
Yep. Perfect. We'll get the group to come back now. But yeah,
Come on back, group.
yeah, come on back. Let's see here. So this cat sort of uncurls itself, gets back to its feet. It sort of starts walking in between your legs, Vaz, and kind of nuzzling you. What do you do? Do you acknowledge the cat? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I'll lean down, give it some scritches, pick it up, carry it, left hand, and just start walking back through the forest.
Cool.
Yeah, I came. What do I have left in terms of like move actions, bonus actions?
You haven't used anything this round. You haven't used anything.
Okay. Then I will move.
Yeah, you enter this clearing here, and you see this Mithra kind of talking to this large, like animated tree here.
Hey, Mithra, you got a friend too? I got this cat with 2 heads. It's a very lucky cat.
I think I got a better friend than I found.
What is with the what?
No idea.
Is it attacking?
Yeah. The worm frost is taking care of it. I'm glad you came to me because I was going looking for you.
Oh, I found this bird with 2 heads, and now I found a cat with 2 heads.
I only have 1 head.
I see that, but it is a good one to have. It suits you very, very well.
Oh, thank you.
If when you kind of approached Mithra, I don't know, Mithra, if in that exchange, if you probably would have pointed out the gold-filled tree, Vaz, you do see it too, though.
I see the gold-filled tree.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's real.
See, I told you this was a lucky cat. I found the cat, and now we found the tree. We're going to be rich. Do we? Is this the tree that we find, or is this like a monster tree to me?
Nope, the tree that's filled with gold is this one that's kind of behind you here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But this thing here definitely looks like offensive, and it's.
Oh
like,
yeah, for sure. It,
okay.
it looks scary to you. It looks like Ryan Frost had been kind of hacking away at it, and this thing is as menacing as a tree as you've ever seen.
Okay, well, I've got enough movement to get to here. So what I'd like to do is with my left hand, I've got the cat, and I'm like, "You are such a lucky cat." Yes, you are. And then I will stab the tree with my other hand, like it's just like the tree's a minor inconvenience.
Like it. Yeah, for sure. No problem. Go for it.
Crit.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
well, that tree's about to have a real bad day.
A real bad day. Okay, so
What's the
it has
bonus
to make a
damage on
con
cats?
save. Yeah, it has to make an additional con save DC 14.
Yep. This thing fails the con save.
Okay, and then it takes an additional 1d6 force damage right away, and at the beginning of each turn, because a portion of sliver glass lodges inside it.
Yep. Excellent.
Okay, on a success, the target just takes 1d6, but no other effect. Oh, if it's saved, okay.
Yeah.
And it can make that same con save.
Still
Got
got to
it.
roll
Okay.
regular damage too.
Yeah, so I'll roll regular damage, which is a lot.
Wow. You got.
Yeah, I know that sneak attack. I know.
A lot of ones.
13, 14, 23 plus a d6.
Okay.
You rolled That's incredible. You
Oh,
rolled
there's another one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You rolled 6 ones out of 8 dice.
That's
Oh.
that's Yahtzee shit right there.
Yeah, that's
man.
insane,
That's
man. All right.
pretty good, eh? So 13, 14, 23, 20. Oh, it rolled the force for me. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, 24 points of damage.
Okay. I mean, good news is that this tree looks mighty fucked up. There's not a ton of it kind of standing, and it certainly seems to be kind of moving slower now that Ralef and Vaz have kind of led into it.
Did you say it looks barked?
It looks barked. In fact, this tree's bite is nowhere near as bad as its bark. Wasn't sure how that one was going to finish. I had to do it along the way.
Yeah.
Anything
Wouldn't
else for
you
Vaz?
know it?
Wouldn't you indeed?
Yeah, Vaz is going to action surge.
Okay.
No, he's not going to action surge. He's going to not action. Nope. Vaz is fine.
Okay. Noted.
He's going to play with the cat.
Fair enough. Ralef, as you kind of find yourself kind of standing in this cave, you hear sort of this whisper. It says, "Your visit is about to end. Don't trust the jewel." And it repeats itself. Don't trust the jewel. And you feel this warmth kind of, come over you again.
Blood washing down his
Sorry, I
face
was
from
muted.
walking into the cliff.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Okay, so I'm walking to a cliff, but I see myself in a cave, and I just hear this voice saying this.
Yep, and it sounds like it's coming from sort of deeper in the cave.
Am I still feeling the same way I felt outside the cave? Like, curious, not sure?
Yep.
I try to go deeper.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, you take a few steps and then you kind of come to the rock that you had cast light on. You pick that up and like walk with it. Do you throw it again? Do you?
I guess, yeah. I mean, so I start walking. I see the rock. I cast light on. I just see cave in front of me still.
Yep.
I guess I would keep walking. I don't know what else I would do.
Yeah, no, that's good. You keep walking. You get to this kind of space that's starts to widen a little bit as the cave kind of goes on here, and you see sort of this outcropping on this in this wall, this kind of flat, kind of gray box sort of sitting there, like a small sarcophagus.
Okay, I did think what else I would do. I'm just gonna, as I'm arriving in this room, just kind of say out loud, "What jewel? What are you talking about?"
Sort of this wind just sort of swirls around this box in front of you as you say that.
Does the box have any gemstones or anything on it?
Good question.
Plain, very plain, gray kind of stone.
I guess I'll go look at the box. I don't think I'm gonna go right up to it.
Sure. Yeah, it looks to you this sort of handmade stone, about a quarter of the size of like what a stone like kind of tomb would look like, but resembles a tomb without any kind of markings on it. As you get up close.
It's like a stone coffin, plain stone coffin, eh?
Kinda.
Unmarked. Can I do an insight check for a vibe or something?
Yeah, for
What would
sure.
you make of
In,
this?
insight. Give me insight check right now. That's fine.
Just general vibes.
Yeah.
9. Coffin looks cool. I go touch the coffin.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem like doesn't seem dangerous. You seem more curious than cautious.
I go up to the coffin and I just like touch it. I'm just like trying to rub away dirt or something to see
Sure.
if there's like a name or anything, any
Yeah.
sort of marking that's just like hidden or what's going on.
Yeah. As soon as you kind of like touch it and kind of like wipe away the dust or the dirt on top, you start to see sort of this like carving form on top of it, and it slowly kind of forms this like 8-pointed sun icon.
Do I recognize that at all? What's that new? I mean,
Give me a religion check.
15.
I mean, you know, the sun is a symbol of the god Zapha. Without any other kind of markings on that, I mean, it's that, you know, there's sun temples that existed in the ancient world. Those are the first kind of two things that come to mind.
Okay. And it stops speaking to me, eh? It's not answering or anything anymore.
Nope. As you touch it, just sort of this like inscription or this like carving sort of starts to form.
Yeah.
As soon as you touch it, the wind around it like stops swirling.
I pop it open, I guess.
Yeah.
If I can.
You pop it open and you see this. Give me a wisdom save.
Be great. Oh, it was actually good.
Yeah, you see this like sort of visage of this like petrified sort of remains. You don't get a look for very long. As soon as you sort of open it, the wind starts to sort of howl, and that warmth that you felt kind of starts to increase, and you actually begin to start to kind of feel uncomfortable. But you can tell that it's sort of this, the rotting sort of remains of this priestess, and there is a sort of large, opulent jewel, sort of red, blue, and yellow, kind of swirling around, sort of on adorned on the priestess. You see this, and after a moment, the lid sort of slams shut. It gets hotter. The wind picks up, and Releth, you feel like you are like forced out of the cave. This sort of wind, this force, just like pushes you out of the cave. You don't take any damage, but in like this like blink of an eye, you find yourself just standing on the outside of the cave now, looking in, and you wonder, did I even go in? Kelvin, all you see this whole time is like, Rolf just like exactly that, like walking forward and stumbling. He stops for like 10 seconds, and then you see him take a single step backwards.
Cool.
Anything else from Roleth in this moment when you find yourself outside of the cave?
I don't think so.
Okay. Mithra, back to you here. Gold continues to pour out of this tree behind you, while Vaz kind of runs up and starts slashing at this tree here.
Where's the tree with the gold?
It's behind you here.
Priorities.
Right there. Oh, okay,
As
right there.
as-
Okay. The nice thing about trees is that they usually don't like walk. So, but she'll start by using Shield of Faith on Baz. And she is going to take a step back. Anything happen there?
Yeah, as you step back, for sure, Mithra. This thing reaches out at you but misses.
Sweet. All right. So, this is tough because there's gold, a lot of gold. Nah, Vaz and Rhyme Frost have this covered. She'll just pull out her bag of holding and like put it under the gold tree, and try to like start stuffing it into the bag.
Cool. Yeah, give me a straight like dex check.
Okay. 15.
Oh yeah, you're like you've got the bag like piled up underneath this thing, and you're reaching into the tree, and your arms are like disappearing. Like you're like up to your shoulders, reaching into the tree and like pulling out these huge piles of gold. Like it's all just like clinking into this tree. Like there's the occasional like gem and diamond that you see. Like the volume of gold that's pouring out of this thing, you're like, I cannot fucking believe it. Like this is bigger than the tree. Like, but you do not question it at all. You are just like loading up here.
She is in paradise right now. Yep, she's gone.
Okay.
All right, that's it for Mithra.
That's great. All right. This tree here sort of slams out at you here, Vaz. It's not going to hit you though. That's it. That's all that it does, Kelvin. You watch what I described with Ralef here after Rhyme Frost has kind of run off into the forest here now.
Okay, I Kelvin is out of magic, so we're gonna try the old human magic. He's gonna like grab Raleth like by the shoulders, give him a hard shake, followed by the old slap across the face.
The old slap across the face. All right, give me hold on, let me see here.
Wizard and the sorcerer slap fighting. This is gonna be
All right.
good.
I'm just gonna look at something.
No, stop.
I wonder if I guess like as a wizard, I might be able to make a more educated guess if a slap would.
Do this.
But I have to snap him out of this, and I have no more spell slots.
We'll carry your like 22 Arcana check that you did on Mithra to kind of understand and like find those shrubs and kind of better understand what's going on here. So you don't think that just like a slap and tickle is necessarily gonna work, but not uncommon. It's gonna take something good to snap him out of it. So
something good, great. Oh fuck.
And why don't you start by giving me a nature check.
Fuck. Useless.
Okay, now roll a d20 and see if you can beat your nature check.
Nope.
Yeah, you think it's gonna be difficult to just slap him out of this.
Okay. I'm still gonna slap him.
Yeah.
Okay, you can a crit will bring him out. You can attack him any way you want, non-lethal.
5%, baby.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, Kelvin, see if you can shatter him out of it.
Yeah.
If you can have advantage if you can justify or find a way to help you, either to distract him or hold him still or distract his mind somehow. If you can infuse magic into it.
Part of me is tempted. No, I'm just gonna slap him. I'm just give him the old. I'm just gonna roll a 1d20 and see what happens.
Yeah, I love this.
Shock and grasp his ass.
Oh,
Oh, it's so close.
Super
Fucking
close.
grasp
Like-
his ass.
Well, You're shaking him pretty good here, and like for a
Slapping.
split second,
I am slapping him.
okay, you're slapping the shit out of him, and like for a split second, like you see his eyes kind of focus on you, as you're like, Roleth, you have him back for a split second, but then he's gone. He fades away again.
I think I'm under attack and fireball.
Kelvin is just slapping Rowleth silly and just like, snap out of it, man. Rhyme Frost is talking about moving trees, and Mithra's talking about a tree of gold, and you've been walking into this stone wall for like the last 10-12 seconds. Get your shit together, man. And also watch out for these plants.
Kelvin, you get the sense that while it is quite a pain in the ass, it is only a temporary effect.
All right. Well, fuck. Ugh. Calvin is going to try to drag Rowleth with him as he goes in the direction that Rhymefrost went.
Okay.
Do I have to do anything?
If Rowleth contests it.
I mean, I guess would I though? Because the cave is like done with me now.
Yeah, you're a
like,
little bit
staying
less
here.
interested. You're a little bit more kind of confused. I think you'd be more agreeable now than before you entered the cave.
I just go. I guess like if it seems like the cave's done with me.
Okay.
Cave kicked me out.
Yeah,
Perfect. All right.
you're probably
Then I'm-
distracted. You probably just keep thinking of like what it said to you there at the end. So yeah, you're dragging him with you, no
And
problem.
I'm dragging Rowleth with me.
Okay.
5, 10. Half movement because I'm
Mm-hmm.
dragging somebody, or
Yeah, half movement
Yeah.
because he's
Okay.
not smaller than you.
okay. Then I get to here. Rowleth is behind me. I also like I would knowingly like avoid any of those stupid little plants that are causing.
Yep. Yeah, that's
So-
easy. That's easy for you to do.
Okay, what do I see when I stumble upon this scene of
Yeah.
in
So you see Rhymefrost like yelling at two trees.
Seems normal.
do the trees look like trees, or are the trees actually attacking
So
him?
you look over his shoulder and you can tell there's this one that he is like hacked, bits out of. Not the one he's like actively yelling at, but he's kind of turned away from.
Yeah.
It just looks like a tree, man.
Fucking Christ.
I can take it. I can take it.
Okay, I can. Oh fuck! I don't even want to ask this question, but I think I can see Mithra like on my line of sight.
She is just like hugging this tree, and she's just like rubbing the front of it, just like, oh my god, she's like, this is amazing, like Vaz, like she's like, oh my god, I'm gonna buy so much, whatever Mithra's saying, and she looks like she's just like, yeah, like
In her glory.
yeah, she looks so thrilled.
Okay,
She's like, I don't even know what to do with all of this.
I can't.
Kinda
I probably
sad
can't.
We learned what Mithra wanted to do with the money.
I can't even see that.
She said she wants to use a lot of it for her family.
Yeah.
You can hear Vaz like swashbuckling away in there. You hear him like, "Haha, take that tree!"
Oh my lord. I literally. Okay. I mean, all that slapping Rowleth was my action, so I am going to have to wait for this to come back around.
Excellent. Rhymefrost, you're up here. Kelvin's behind you. The tree behind you, the yellow one, has just, you saw the vine kind of retreat back into it after lashing out at you. Well, Vaz seems to kind of be working away at the tree in front of you here.
Yeah. So I'll come. I don't know what square this tree is in, but I'm just going to get a bit further this way, I think.
Let's say it's like right there, just for the sake of.
Okay, perfect.
Another one?
Perfect. So the one that I've done the most chops to, I'm going to make some more chops to.
Okay.
11.
Nope, not enough. Unfortunately, you miss your swing on this thing.
Ryan Frost gets angry and swings recklessly for his second attack. 21.
Yep, that's a hit.
16 points.
Yeah, like, so you swing through the trunk of this thing with your last swing, and you like cleave right clean through the trunk here. You guys hear this like huge crack. Rhyme Frost, give me a dex save with advantage.
21.
Oh yeah, you like anticipated it. After the swing, this thing starts to fall. You just like step to the side as this tree falls right to the north, kind of cracking this other tree behind it.
Haha! Take that! Killed you with your friend. Stupid tree.
Dark.
And you guys, Ryan Frost, anyways, you sort of see both these trees kind of, I guess die.
Ah! And I'll use the aura to give temp HP to a two-headed cat if I see it. Vaz, who has a dagger stuck in a tree, and Mithra, who is loading up with gold.
Excellent. Yeah, you see this two-headed cat. It looks
How
like
many
a fucking
hit
two-headed
HP?
cat.
It's 3 temp
3
HP.
Thanks. Sweet.
Okay. Is Ryan Frost doing anything else?
Does Ryan Frost see this moving tree?
No, that was just there for
Visual
Kelvin.
aid? Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing else like moving or looking threatening currently?
Nothing.
Well, maybe Calvin. He's slapping the shit out of people.
Yeah, nothing that you see here. Give me an investigation check.
Yep. Nothing to see here.
Breeze, man.
Yep. Rhyme Frost. I don't use. No, I use both attacks. I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. So. Ryan Frost, after your turn here, there's sort of this like breeze that kind of comes through the forest. Can I get perception checks from everybody?
Including Mithra? I
might-
don't think she
Yeah.
should.
I would say, yeah.
That's fine. If you don't think you should, if you're too enamored
Just
in
9.
something.
Come on, Calvin.
I'm just like, okay, I will.
We need some rolls from the adult in the group.
Okay. Yeah, Rolef and Vaz, you guys both kind of feel this like change in wind as you hear my sisters, you will pay. And sort of all of a sudden, up the path in front of you here, Ryan Frost, you probably can't quite see it through the trees, but you hear after that, now it's time for us to meet. Kelvin, Raleth, you kind of see this creature kind of appear in the path here up ahead. And it kind of calls out, and again, you see all the trees around you that you haven't cut down or toppled over, all start to kind of like sway around at the same time. as this creature kind of starts to charge towards Kelvin and Rowleth here. And this is what you guys see. Sort of this light-skinned creature with these red eyes and wood and bramble kind of intertwined with its body. Sort of imagine Hannibal Lecter, but wearing like the skin of trees instead of people. Just for a great visual there. And this thing lashes out first at Rowleth. Just the 11 there.
Nope.
Okay. That's it here, though, as like it kind of like hisses in your face, Rowleth, and these like wood splinters like kind of like shoot out of its like mouth like saliva. And Vaz, you're up here as these trees in front of you topple. You've got Baskil sort of on your shoulder here, and you can probably just barely see this creature kind of approach Rowleth and Kelvin.
You are such a handsome fellow, aren't you? You are going to need a name. I will call you Baskil. And over there is a mean, nasty lady tree. But first, I will show you Mithra, and we are going to get all of this gold. And tonight, you have all the fish in Tenby. And I'll lean down and I'll try to help Mithra grab some of this gold to put it in the bag.
For sure. Like, yeah, you get down and even like the cat is like sort of like walking around, like looking like it's like playing in the gold. You see the gold fall while the cat kind of walks through it here. Are you instructing Baskil to do anything, or is he just kind of with you? Are you looking after him at all, or is he doing his own thing?
No, I think I would like try to like keep him near me. This is sort of like a whole surreal kind of event, so Vaz isn't really taking it like super seriously. It's almost like it's like a play date out in the forest.
Cool.
And there's money to be made.
Yeah, Baskil exactly sticks near you. Is Vaz doing anything else then? Just clamoring for gold?
Yeah, just helping clamor all of the gold.
I love it. Okay. Rowleth, this tree skin ladies in your face.
Okay, so I guess I'm kind of still drugged out. So Rowleth is going to, like, almost subconsciously just cast Dragon Breath, and because Kelvin's dragging him, he's going to twin spell it into Kelvin as well. I'm gonna upcast that to 3rd level.
God damn.
Cool, and then he will just immediately breathe fire on this thing.
When Kelvin opens his mouth, now do 2 things come out?
Yeah. Fire
Right.
and ice.
We'll have to get there. I don't know yet.
It is alright. Yeah, so wow, that is crap.
Dex save.
Actually is
Did I roll that?
yeah, seriously. It's actually 8 damage because of elemental adept, but
Okay. Yeah, she fails her dex save.
so she takes 8 fire damage.
Let's see.
And I think I'm just still under the influence, so I just stay there. He's just like dazed, I suppose. There you go. Mark
It's
off
supposed
my
to be 8 though. Come on. Yeah, good hit nonetheless.
Oh, shoot, I'm sorry. I don't have enough source points to twin spell that. Never mind, Kelvin. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Denied.
Yeah, my hit dice.
Yeah, didn't.
Damn.
Sorry about your luck. Okay. That brings us around to Mithra. Vaz has joined you here in collecting gold. You can maybe hear what's going on with Rowleth and Kelvin if you want to try.
Yeah. If I want to try, does that mean I need to roll something?
Yeah, I think you do.
Okay.
Give me a perception check.
All right, we'll see how this goes.
We're looking for I was gonna say DC is going to be decent anyways.
Damn.
So
Yeah.
yeah, you know instantly that something is on Rowleth and Kelvin here.
Whew. All right. Gold. Yeah, lots of gold, but the gold will still be here once the battle's ended, right?
Yeah, you like I must have like tens of thousands of gold pieces. Like there must have been tens of thousands.
All right, so she'll safely put her bag of holding away for now and say to Baz, all right, back to the gold later. And she'll... is anybody bloodied of the party?
I'm fine.
Nope.
All right. Then she will take out her bow and, well, she'll move up a little bit so that nobody's really in the way.
Okay, yep.
Oh, there's a tree.
Well, that tree's probably not there anymore because Rowleth cut it down.
There.
Or Ryan Frost.
Dynamic lighting is blocking my view here. So is that? Okay. Okay. Cool. Then she'll make a shot there.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Jeez.
You get to do the fire again trick.
Yeah. And one sec while I check what rolling a 1 does.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
The fire again's in crowd, isn't it?
Yes, that's the new one.
Yeah. Sorry.
Right.
Too many
okay.
crossbows.
I just took at your word and I was like, cool, let's do that.
It's like, that's a coincidence.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Whoa, sorry, my cat just jumped. Can you roll a wisdom save for her? DC 15.
Yeah, she sure can. Wisdom save. Wisdom 11.
She must point to the most expensive item in view.
Okay.
If he doesn't point out that tree, is Mithra gonna be like super
Right?
pissed?
And what is that? Also 20 damage all day? 20...
Ignore the
it's
second
just
roll.
not-
I'm just the
Oh,
first
I
one.
got you. My bad. She points to you, Mithra.
All right, I'll take it. I mean, she'd prefer like something new, but it's a compliment.
Mithra puts herself in the bag of holding.
That's how Mithra died.
Oh. That's it for Mithra. You look like you're looking something up, which
Okay.
is intriguing.
No. Okay, Kelvin, that brings us around to you here. Mithra's kind of popped out. You see a couple of, or one arrow anyways, kind of fly past you here and land into this thing, which is bloodied. It's looking a bit rough in front of you.
Okay. Well, fuck. You know what? If it's just me and Rowleth standing here, then I'm just gonna give her the old shatter and sculpt it around me and Rowleth.
All right. Can do.
Oh,
On save 17.
damn it! She does take half.
Okay. All right, still standing, but looking a bit wobbly here.
I will. Then in that case, I'm gonna bonus action and use my actual dragon's breath on her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
She has to make a DC con save of 15 again. DC
Oh,
con.
she only rolls a 14.
Oh, that sucks. All right, hold on. And then it's 8 plus con plus proficiency. 8 plus con, which is 2, 5. Okay. So 1. Okay. 9
9 total.
of cold damage.
Yeah,
oh,
still
wait.
still standing. Just
Still
barely here. You've got this thing to like an inch. It's sort of coughing. You see all of these pieces of like flesh and kind of like withered bark start busting off of it.
All right, that's all I can do.
Okay. Rhymefrost, back to you.
Assuming Rhymefrost is still afflicted by the thing, he kind of
Yep.
like zooms over here, probably like bumps off of like Kelvin and this other creature as he like tries to like slam on the brakes. And then he will recklessly make toothpicks. 13,
13 just hits.
14
Yep.
points of slashing damage.
Yeah. So what does it look like as you kind of tear through this thing?
Like Rhymefrost is like goes to like, kind of dash over there like sword in hand, and like again like immediately starts like almost like tripping over his feet as they get going too fast. He like kind of like bumps off of Kelvin and just like almost like just stumbles into this like figure. The greatsword probably coming like almost like down as he's using it to try and like catch himself. And like drives it kind of like through her like clavicle down into the ground, just with like the momentum from the movement.
I like it. Just like this, like super clumsy, like just the weight and momentum of this thing just like obliterates this thing. Like
It's the
it sort of like
accidental coup de grace.
yeah. So she kind of goes crashing to the ground, and her body actually starts to sort of fade as much as the pieces of bark that kind of fall off of her. You see almost like escape into the ground, and before she kind of fully kind of breaks apart, I guess, with sort of her last sort of breath, she whispers, more sisters will come to this place. And then the bark just sort of fades into the earth below, kind of becoming part of the earth again. Now, are you guys get the sense that you're sort of out of, immediate danger.
Are we though?
You get the sense that you are. You're still hallucinating those that are hallucinating. So Mithra, Rhymefrost, even when you look back over your shoulder, I mean, you see the same tree that Mithra saw, just filled with gold. You're still sort of afflicted in the same way.
Yeah,
Rhymefrost.
The only visual things Rhymefrost is seeing is like the trees, like the gold trees, right?
Yeah. In fact, like as you look around, it's like there's like multiple trees that seem to be filled with gold.
Yeah. So Rhymefrost still has an obscene amount of movement, and he's going to say, Mithra, the bad tree people are coming back. The gold trees are gonna be here forever because like trees don't move away. So just come and get the gold later. I'm sure you filled up your bag enough for now.
What gold? What gold are you talking about?
There's gold. Shh, Calvin, just hold on. You can't spend the gold if you're dead.
Challenge accepted.
Calvin is still just what gold?
Kelvin, I mean, it's okay. Just, I think Mithra gets it.
Yeah, every single one of them, Kelvin, looks at you like, what do you mean, what gold? This fucking tree
What's
there's
wrong with
gold
you, Kelvin?
pouring out of it. Yeah, they think you're crazy.
And the two trees that they just felled for firewood purposes, like completely normal trees, right? Like absolutely nothing wrong with
To
those.
you, they look normal. To them, they still look like the like twisted remains of these like awakened trees.
Okay.
Like Rhymefrost walks past it at one point, like one of the down trees, and like almost like flinches at it, like what tree?
I think Rhymefrost, following up on like his words, because like he's been around Mithra enough to know that like leaving gold is going to prove very difficult for Mithra. So he is going to go and help Mithra leave. A lot of his movement speed. He's going to just walk back over here, like, again, football Mithra, and then, just peace out with the rest of his, like, movement speed, like, towards Tenby, the way we were going when we got here.
Sure. So,
And,
Ryan
like,
Frost
all the
kinda,
while he's, like, holding Mithra. Don't be angry. Don't be angry.
Mithra's like reaching, like,
The
reaching at the
gold.
tree
Balloons.
constantly. Okay. So, does Mithra fight that at all? Does
No, she accepts it. She won't
she
roll
probably
for
like punches his like arm like
weekly, but like
yeah.
no.
Okay.
Cal-
So
Calvin is not going to want to come back here, so he's both. He's going to pull out his wand, Icicle, and he's going to cast Dispel Magic on Mithra because he knows that she's just going to want to keep coming back here for the gold.
That's a good idea.
So he has to snap her out of it.
yeah. So Mithra, while Ryan Frost is like carrying you away, and you're just like, you're under his arms, and you're just like reaching for the tree, like, no, like I need more. Kelvin casts Dispel Magic on you, and like you kind of give your head a shake, and as gold starts falling out of the tree, it starts to like slow down until like the last gold coin falls out of the tree, and it's no longer filled with gold. The pile at the bottom of the tree is gone.
She is devastated. She
Yeah,
literally
you feel
has tears in her eyes right
cheated.
now.
Oh yeah,
A bunch of acorns from Mithra's carrying.
like
Bag of holding just filled with them.
yeah. Like
How many
if
pounds
Mithra-
of acorn should I add to the bag?
Oh,
Yes.
there are thousands of acorns in this bag of holding.
The hilarious thing is she'd never be able to get them unless she empties it now because she thinks it's gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Ugh.
reach in and you like just like randomly are pulling out like pockets and pockets of gold, and you're like I don't like, how do I know? I don't, if this is the gold, like until you pull out one handful and there's this like perfect acorn, the exact same kind of like shade as the tree. You can look back and you see, very similar acorns just like scattered along on the ground, and it kind of sets in. You get the sense that obviously none of that was real at all.
Rhyme Frost, there was no gold.
While he's carrying you, you look down on the ground, and the tree that you thought you were fighting, that was alive and fighting back, is just a tree that looks like it now got cut down.
Rhyme Frost still sees the gold. He's like,
Yep.
Mithra, it's okay. We'll find you more gold. We can maybe gold that isn't with weird, scary tree people.
I need to kill something. Can you point out what we're supposed to fight?
Yep.
And
Rhyme Frost points at nothing. he just keeps running.
the rest of you also see Vaz, probably gets up from the tree where he was helping Mithra now that she's been scooped up. And you guys kind of see him like tending to this cat that's kind of like perched on his shoulder, maybe walking around the ground between his feet and stuff like that.
Yeah, I say, did you see Baskill? That dwarf over there, his name is Rhyme Frost. He likes to kill things and eat them, but I hope he never mixes up the order. That would be bad.
Baskill actually jumps down off your shoulder and kind of scurries across the ground and runs up to you, Rhyme Frost, kind of giving you a sniff. Same thing. It kind of like rubs itself along your legs. It kind of jumps up onto the same arm, actually, that you've got Mithra under. This thing, like, Mithra gives you a sniff and like sniffs all over your body, sniffs like your weapons, sniffs your face, your hair, sniffs the bag of holding, and then while Rhyme Frost is kind of carrying you, if he still is, this thing like curls up on you, Mithra.
Aw. You're a
Oh.
delight.
Rhyme Frost is sniffing it too. He's like,
Kelvin, this to you looks like a cat. It looks pretty normal.
Does it have two heads? Does it actually have two heads, or does it just have one head?
It's got like one head.
Okay. Vaz, where'd you find this cat?
Cool.
This cute little guy, I found him in the forest over there. I followed the
You found
two-headed bird.
you found a two-headed bird, and you found this cat in these woods.
Yes.
I don't think the cat should come with us. I think the cat should stay
Oh,
in
No,
the
the
woods.
cat is coming with us.
The cat is, yes. Mithra and I agree the cat is going to come with us.
Rhyfrost,
His name is
shouts,
Bastio.
Rhyfrost shouts over his shoulder, I'm just running and I have the cat and Mithra. We're all going this way.
I'm
Why is
going
the
to
cat-
chase after them.
The cat's
Why is-
staying.
Bonus action
Oh
dash.
my god, why is the cat in the party?
Okay.
It
Someone
is
bring
like,
Releth.
Yeah, Ryan
Well,
Frost
that's
is
better.
running with Mithra and the cat. Vaz chases. Well, yeah. What's Raleth doing?
I mean, I don't need to stay with the cave anymore, and he heard the warning, so he's kind of still like dazed and mumbling, I suppose, but he's following Kelvin.
Yeah, and I think you feel like kind of like kindred with Ryan Frost and Vaz right now, especially like you seem to be kind of drawn to them. You guys, while you're moving, like I don't know, the things that they've pointed out, you also see, and stuff that Kelvin is saying. You're like, what the fuck are you talking
I
about?
didn't see
Like,
the gold, did I?
you
I thought
would
that
have,
was-
yeah, you would have if
Oh.
you, anytime you were looking around at the tree as well. You couldn't
Oh, okay.
see the tree that was up on the cliff the first time. It was just
I
too
see.
high and out of sight. But basically, anyone that was hallucinating saw everything the other people were seeing as well, and kind of experiencing all together. So
But they didn't see my cave.
I did.
Ryan Frost did, yeah.
Oh, he did. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
And now we have a cat from the magical forest.
So the party kind of like takes off, like giggles and like all giddy and running. Mithra is like is
Giddy
not
and running.
hallucinating, but she's just like in no, yeah, you're behind and you watch them take off, and like to them, like maybe aside from Mithra,
I am
because
concerned. I am. We have a cat from the crazy woods in our party now. I have a lot of issues going on right now.
Ryan Frost, Vaz, and Raleth feel like they're just like full action scene chugging along, but they are like zigzagging and like bumping into each other, easily distracted by gold pouring out of trees along the path as it goes on. Like there's all these moments, Kelvin, where like somebody breaks off and like goes wandering into the woods, and like you are like tippy-toeing, like trying to like avoid these awakened shrubs that seem to kind of be casting their spells. You're doing a lot of babysitting for the next little while.
Jesus, this better be a time effect,
Um,
or else we need a short rest pronto.
Yeah, it's a couple of hours. A couple of hours of this go by, Kelvin, and you're sort of like at your wit's end. At some point, what does Mithra do? Does she like?
Oh, she's just along for the ride. She's having fun.
Okay, does she
All good.
like let on that like she's no longer hallucinating? Does Kelvin? You would know
Yeah,
because
she's no longer drawn to the gold tree, so she's not trying to pull anybody anywhere. And she will attempt to use, what was it? A lesser restoration on, Raleth, who's carrying her.
Oh.
Since you said it was
Rhyfrost?
magic,
You mean
I don't know if
Rhyfrost?
it's gonna work.
Rhyfrost?
Rainfrost, yeah.
If Releth is carrying you, the dynamic in this party has changed.
Shannon's struggling with some names tonight.
I am.
Are you on drugs?
give me
Testing that
give me an
out.
Arcana check
Okay.
first and foremost here.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
I'll allow that with a lesser
She rolled
restoration.
like
Yeah,
something like 8
5
crits or something
crits
tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. She doesn't know
Yeah.
who she's rolling them for, but she's rolling them.
So you cast this lesser restoration on Ryan Frost while he's kind of running with you. You got to dig pretty deep casting this thing. and kind of thinking about, maybe Kelvin has kind of explained like what shrubs you need to look out for and what's actually happening, and like, oh my God, guys, like don't step on these things. So kind of with that, you're able to kind of help. It takes a little bit longer. It's not instant like the Dispel Magic was. It takes a few minutes, but slowly Ryan Frost starts to see more and more of what's normal and actually there. After that,
if it does work on him, then she'll try it on Vaz next, and if it works on Vaz, then she'll also do Rowleth.
Cool. Yeah. You can get it off on each of them. Tapped into that same kind of momentum. You're not sure if this would always work on inflictions like this, but something was sort of in your corner and you got lucky. So Vaz and Rowleth, same thing. The effects after a few minutes start to wear off. You stop seeing gold kind of pouring out of trees. Rowleth, you lose all but like the faintest memory of the cave. All you sort of remember are the last sort of two whispers. Don't trust the jewel is kind of all you remember. Vaz, you same thing, kind of just like shake your head and all of a sudden you're kind of like, your memory the last little while is kind of hazy, kind of foggy, and you don't really remember what happened. You remember kind of talking, and now you're running, and you remember Baskill.
Yeah, Vaz isn't going to get too worried about it because, like, lately he's been having a lot of these little episodes where stuff happens and he's not aware of it. So he just thinks it's like one of those regular things.
Just a normal day.
Just a normal day where I've lost time.
Ryan Frost is sad because he's running, from his perspective, half as fast as he was a second ago.
Yeah, that's true.
What's Ryan Frost moving speed?
It's normally
Regularly?
35, but the
35?
thing was, I was moving twice as far as I should be.
Because everything, you thought everything was like slick like ice, so you could like zoom around.
Yep.
Hey.
But now that we've been all like restored, Baskill's still there, right, with Mithra?
Yep. As you get a good look, though, it's less two-headed and more one-headed than you remember.
Yeah, he was probably moving really, really fast, like in and out of the forest. That's why I probably thought he had two heads.
Yeah, probably something like that.
Something like that.
Okay.
I won't eat your cat, Vaz.
You better not eat my cat.
Actually, I wouldn't oppose you trying to eat that cat.
Please don't. I want to keep the cat.
It smells pretty nice for cats, as cats go. Normally cats smell tastier. This one just smells kind of nice.
Guys, the cat came from the evil woods. I don't think we should keep the cat.
But what if we are freeing the cat from the evil woods? Do you want to be a hero or not the hero?
I think the cat could have left the woods on its own accord if it wanted to. I don't think it was trapped there.
What did the cat ever do to you?
The cat didn't do anything to me personally.
So
we
why
found
are you mad
the
at
cat.
I don't know if I could have left the evil forest by myself.
We found the cat in the evil forest.
That doesn't make it evil.
I found Rowleth in the evil forest.
We went in together.
Ryan, that's not the first time, man.
We went in together, man.
It's so good.
I think Calvin might have a bit of a point. We all kind of took balls in that forest.
Oh man.
I
That's
was
putting it
totally
lightly.
fine. There was just
No, you weren't.
I killed 2 tree monsters.
There were no monsters.
They're just trees.
You chopped
And I
down
had-
2 perfectly normal trees.
And I had one of those things where I forgot about time again, so clearly I must have killed something.
Yep.
Wait, what?
Kelvin, maybe you're the one who was having problems in the evil forest.
This guy was
Kelvin-
walking into the side of a cliff.
They're called
No,
caves.
No, it wasn't.
They're called
There
caves.
was no cave. You guys were scooping acorns into the bag of holding. God only knows how full that thing is now with nature. He was walking into the side of a cliff.
With
You kept
nature.
saying you were moving like the speed of lightning. I don't even know what that was about. And now we
Calvin, I
got
think you were
this damn. Now we got this damn cat. I can see this cat.
Well, yeah, look how cute he looks. And he's purring. He's very happy cat.
And he smells nice.
He is, he's going
Swear
to be like a mascot.
God, this cat's gonna kill us all.
What's like Raleth's vibe right now after this? Like Rhymefrost is like, yeah, weird things happen, whatever, I killed a tree. Mithra seems like pretty, happy-go-lucky about it, disappointed that there's no gold, but whatever. Vaz loses his memory all the time, so no big deal. Kelvin's frustrated, obviously.
I think more along Calvin's line, right? Like, it seems pretty clear Calvin's got to kind of got the right idea. Like, we went into this forest and like all tripped out. So like, I don't know if we need to kill the cat, like Kelvin's saying, but like definitely more on the like we should, like, this forest was fucked up.
Yeah, so you're bringing a little bit more logic to it. Like, well, we're probably not the best, narrators at this point. Got to kind of believe what Kelvin says.
Yeah.
Rhymefrost like steadfastly resists that notion. Like, no, that I killed 2 tree monsters. I didn't even eat anything. There was no things to eat. You went into a cave. Mithra got a bunch of money. I dropped her off at
Rhymefrost,
2
think
different
about
gold
it.
trees.
Think about it, Rhymefrost. If you had killed something, wouldn't you have eaten?
No, you can't eat a tree. Do I
Have you
look
tried?
like the type of person who eats trees?
Yes.
Now that you
Vaz
mention it.
giggles and
Literally
says,
anything.
says to Rhymefrost, "See, now you know what I go through."
I'm. How far to Tenby?
I'd
So
like
it's like
to
the
find
first
somewhere to
day.
camp because I'd like a long rest. I have 1 spell slot left. That's an issue.
Yeah,
Well,
let's
okay,
go
how's
camp
this?
and
If
maybe
the cat-
decompress.
If the cat stays like a friendly cat and doesn't try and kill us in our sleep, like you were yelling at your bow about, then we can totally stay and the cat can be our friend.
I forgot about the bow. That would all,
Cat
like
is-
Kelvin would also talk about the fact that Mithra was talking to her weaponry at one point and
It was
spinning in
talking
circles.
back.
Yeah.
That response alone should question your own sanity.
And Travis, you guys understand we were kind of messed up there for a bit, right?
I like how you
But
exclude
we are
It's important
Rhymefrost
to me
from
that,
that.
yeah, no, lost cause. Trip sail.
We
Trip
are no
sail
longer
to
messed up.
bottom of the ocean.
I'd prefer to live in denial.
We are no longer messed up, Jess. And the cat
No,
is still
I-
here.
fine.
And the
Yeah, I don't-
cat seems like a good cat.
I'm okay with the cat. I'm just saying, like,
If
You know-
anything,
Kelvin is right to be at least a little suspicious of.
It is
everything
important to
we-
bring cats when you are going sailing on long journeys, because cats eat the rats that eat the
the rats
food.
away.
I'll eat them.
That's a good too, Calvin.
Eat the rats, not the cats.
Yeah, the cat can say,
Yeah,
I like this cat.
Okay, cool.
Yes, cats good, rats not good.
So you guys have this debate as you walk
We're like
for
walking along.
yeah.
Each other.
In total, since kind of leaving the forest, that exact area, you guys walk for a few hours. It took a few hours for things to kind of calm down, but it sort of gets to this point in the forest where you can see there's a little bit of a clearing. As you kind of step into it, you kind of look into the sky and you can see the sun has started to set. The sky is kind of this like brilliant sort of like orange and yellow and sort of like pink kind of hue to it. You can barely just sort of see the sun on the horizon. You get just this like one sliver of sort of like a clear shot in
It's
one
still-
direction.
It's still awful. Ew.
But you guys sort of eventually, actually, Baskill kind of hops down off of Mithra. Vaz, he kind of runs up to you, kind of climbs up your leg, hops onto your shoulder. Will kind of like give you like a nuzzle like on the side of the head, and then he'll actually jump down and kind of veer off of the path into the forest a little bit. He gets to sort of the edge of this like one sort of tree, and then looks back at you, Vaz.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't let me down yet. Is it
That's
Baskill? Is there
kept for 4
something? Is there something to find or see? And I'll walk over to him. Look at you being so smart.
Yeah, you see his sniffer going like crazy.
Yeah. I'll
Yeah.
go down, follow him.
Okay. Yeah, he'll sort of like dart, into the forest here. If you follow him, he gets about 60 feet, or you get about 60 feet. You see him sort of continue. And give me a perception check, Vaz.
Sure. Whew. That's a good one.
Wow.
Hey, you see that he's sort of come to this clearing, and you kind of hear him to start to meow, and you can kind of see what looks like a faint sort of structure in the middle of the woods here.
Hey, there's a house or a shack or something over here.
That
Look
might
what
be
the basket
food.
found for us.
Rhyme Frost like
It
trots
is a
over.
Wait,
Place
we
to
were
stay.
warned about
Yeah,
more
in-
sisters.
Is it safe?
It looks less like a structure. Sorry, less like a house or a building or a structure, and more like ruins.
Well, I mean, it was a shack at one point, probably. Let's check it out.
Cool.
You know, I'm okay with the cat staying. I don't know if we need to start taking directions from the cat. But let's check it out. Sure.
Dude,
This fucking cat.
As you call it out, like the rest of you
I'll
can
kind
kind
of
of
look
make
at it.
out there seems to be some sort of you see pillars, some sort of objects in the forest. Do you guys head in? Are you hesitant? Stay on the path.
it's late.
Last
It's
last
late
time we
and-
went into a woods.
Well, I mean, it's late, and you guys, I mean, some of you super suck in the dark, and some of you suck only slightly less.
Yeah, let's check it out, but be careful about it. Like, make sure there's nothing gonna kill us as
I
we
mean-
walk in.
What if we
Oh,
just slept
jeez.
there?
Is there any other way to check it out? It will be
Sisters
fine.
probably
I
had
told you,
everything.
cats are lucky.
Didn't you say you were tired? Can't we just like call it a day?
Yeah.
That cat's unlucky.
Cool. So, as you guys kind of push through the forest there, following Basco,
We're gonna die.
you guys come to this space here, and before we get started, this is probably a good place to take a little break, refill some beverages, take a bio break, and
Perfect.
I don't
prepare
think
to prepare to
So-
die.
I was gonna say I don't think we're getting that long of a rest.
All right, guys, catch you.
Oh no, Kelvin, you're wrong. This is where we'll get the longest
The
rest.
longest rest.
The longest of rests.
Infinite rest.
Mike, you must be pretty happy about how this went.
Oh yeah.
Like, the chaos was strong.
That's perfect. Yeah, I was really hoping for like a really chaotic, couple of moments. Especially, I hoped, that one person would not be affected and just would try to wrangle. And I'm glad it was you, Casey.
Oh my god.
All right. Moving
I
back
wish I had
to-
more spell slots.
Fun. And we're back. We have resupplied our snacks, beverages, and everything else we needed to do. See how many people are tripping forest acid by the end of this map, but one thing's for certain. We know that Kelvin can't be trusted.
Yep.
The only one with the differing opinions. So
Grawl knows all
I
about
trust
that.
you, Calvin.
I was like Darkwind. Everyone gaslit Grawl for like 5 sessions.
Good times.
I mean, if complete denial, imprisonment, and hemlock was good enough for Galileo, I mean,
what more do you need? All right. So you guys come, excuse me, into this clearing here. Obviously, there's some large pillars that still stand in front of you. Some have crumbled. The area looks very much overgrown. There's this sort of raised area beside you with sort of a downed pillar or some form of structure. And there seems to be sort of this large, area that seems to be overgrown with like this brush and all this yellow flowering. You can barely see one of the tops of one of the columns kind of peeking out over top of the yellow.
And
Is
you
there
said
any
it was
sign of
like.
what this?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, man.
I'm just gonna ask: is there any sign or indication of what this used to be?
Give me a well, everybody, excuse me, everybody give me perception checks. Okay. And then Spen, give me a history check.
Nope.
No, I mean, so Raleth and Vaz, you guys kind of recall, just from the way that this looks, that it's quite old. You can tell that it seems to have been relatively undisturbed, save for kind of natural animals and foliage that's kind of been here and is growing here. Vaz, you notice and kind of relay to Raleth that one of the stone pillars does seem to sort of have some inscriptions on it, though it's hard to make out from here. Raleth, you get the sense that this was a religious site of some sort.
I will relay that information to the group.
Okay.
I think that pillar over there has some words. I can't make them out from here.
Yeah, it would
Maybe we
be
should-
this one here.
Maybe we should check to see if it was a benevolent being that they worshipped.
Whereabouts did oh, sorry. Continue.
Go Bart. Go ahead.
No,
Lucas.
I was just going to ask if Baskill went anywhere in here.
No, he probably instantly kind of went up to this kind of higher ground area here and kind of surveying things. You see him kind of looking on guard.
Alvin will approach the pillar, but he's going to kind of look at Baskill the entire way that he's walking over that pillar.
Okay.
He is not trusting that cat.
Okay, so let's say as you get about here,
Yep.
because you're watching Baskill, you sort of see him. You see his gaze kind of focus, not at you, beyond you, kind of towards this yellow overgrowth. And as you get about there, Baskel like hisses at you.
I hiss back.
With dragon's breath.
What, Kelvin?
Um,
We're not messed up anymore. If we ever were, which I still don't believe, by the way. But aren't you magic-y people? Sleepy Mithra said she only had one magic-y thing left, and you guys use magic-y things to make sure, Vaz and me don't die.
That is a thing we do.
It's true. I think we just want to get a sense of the place before we
Doesn't he
settle
have
down
that
for the
little,
evening.
the thing with the, it goes like over us, like you.
Hut.
Yeah, hut.
Yeah. Let's just take a look at the pillar first, maybe.
As you guys, sorry, Ralph, before you move,
Sure.
as Kelvin kind of approached, Rhymefrost, just as you kind of walked up, Baskill starts kind of like walking back and forth. Oops, wrong way. Kind of along this like line here, kind of like turning around, walking back in front of you, and just like kind of hissing the whole time.
So they look like they're trying to warn us.
He doesn't appear to want us to cross this line. Can I see see what's on the pillar from where I'm standing? Can I see the language, get a sense? I mean, it's only 5'10", like 15 feet.
Yeah. Give me a what did you roll for perception? Yours was a 4. So
Shit.
give me an investigation though, as you kind of get as close as you can, kind of thing.
That's a good investigation.
Yeah, I was gonna say, give me something I can roll.
Yeah.
While he does that, Mithra also throws an acorn at the pillar.
Okay. Yeah. Throw an acorn
Did
at the pillar.
Baskel? Did
Yeah.
Baskel hiss when Mithra tried crossing?
Mithra stayed behind Kelvin, so she
Oh,
hasn't
okay.
really moved forward.
Yeah, you
Because
throw an
Baskel-
acorn at the pillar, nothing bounces off the pillar.
Mm.
But what languages does Calvin speak?
Calvin speaks Draconic, Giant, Common, and Celestial.
Okay. You don't recognize it. You're pretty smart though. You can tell it's Elvish.
So it's in Elvish.
I think.
Oh, I can speak Elvish.
Vaz?
I speak it.
Please come stand behind the cat and see if you can read the top line.
If I try to take a step past, does Baskel hiss at me as well?
He does, yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't like stop you, but you after Rolath kind of pointed it out, and Kelvin, you get the sense that he's kind of like exactly warning you to stay away.
I can go first. I can take it.
Maybe read first.
And I try reading from here.
Yeah, absolutely. Just have to find what I wrote.
Happens
I
all
feel
the
that
time.
pain. Feel that
Yeah.
pain.
God damn it. It says on this pillar, it's sort of like a welcome note of sorts. It says this place is the verdant tomb of Aenor.
Sorry, what was that last part about Aenor?
Yeah, the verdant tomb of Aenor.
Verdant. Got it.
And there's some iconography of a sun below sort of the welcome message. It sort of alludes to being a resting place and a place for worship.
This place, maybe we should just stay up there on the ledge where Basquiel was and maybe not go deeper in. It seems to be a tomb for some guy.
Do any of you
Named-
know who that guy is?
Okay.
Anor. Has anyone heard of that guy?
Give me
What I know because of my researcher background.
Seems to have followed
Christian
the
and
sun.
religion, if this is a religious thing.
yeah, so
Maybe-
I'd say Kelvin can roll history. Roloth should roll religion. And the
I
rest
can-
of you, sorry.
I was just gonna say I can also read Elvish if that helps me at all. Being able to
Sure.
actually look
Yeah.
at-
So I think you, anyone who can read it maybe gets advantage because you can kind of make out the exact sort of translations, word for word, versus giving the gist of things to give you some more context. Anybody else that wants to kind of gauge whether or not they're familiar can roll, either if you're proficient in it, either history, religion, nature, or arcana.
I
I'm
can't
not proficient in
performance
any
my
of
way
those.
to the information.
Vaz, I think you should be able to roll history.
I'm not proficient. I don't know if
That's okay. I think you should be able to because you're elvish. You sort of have a unique perspective on elvish history, but yeah, not great anyways. So
or you don't.
yeah,
Yeah.
Kelvin, you yeah, I think you are the only one familiar, Kelvin. You seem to recall knowing about sort of these ancient circles of priests that sort of were considered the high clerics to the gods. Anor being one of those such high priestesses. Give me a religion check, Kelvin.
Sorry, you did say I got advantage, right? From
Oh, sorry.
speaking
Yes,
Elvish?
yes, you did. You
Just
have
if it makes any difference.
Yeah,
like
it
if you
does.
guys know.
Yeah, so I think perfectly. Together, you guys both kind of know that and know that the god would be the god Zappa, who's part of the
Frank
sort of
Zappa.
Zappa PH, part of the sort of elven pantheon, sort of the god of art, music, and sort of the creative spirit. And the symbol of this god is the sun.
Why would
So I
anyone
don't-
want to make a sun god? Ugh. Worst.
You guys both know that this god is considered quite opulent worshippers and church. Quite wealthy and generally well adorned, I suppose.
Well, I do not say that out loud.
I would relay everything on.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Shit! This
man,
god is
are you-
rich, guys.
You said I don't remember being in the cave. Do I remember anything? Any vibes?
Give me a wisdom check.
Okay. Well, this is gonna be bad, but there. Fucking.
You kind of remember this, like the vagueness of the journey, I suppose, you remember kind of being face to face with this like strange small kind of tomb, and then you remember the whisper.
Right. I don't remember the association.
Not really.
Okay.
It's hard. It's hard. It's very foggy when you kind of picture it.
Okay.
So across the line, not across the line. What's the
You
sleeping and
guys,
then going across the line?
I mean, we don't need to be here, do we? Like, maybe we do just sleep and go on our way.
I like the idea of just sleeping on the cliff.
The cat crossed the
Yeah.
line, guys. The cat.
you see this. You see Baskill kind of like tippy toe this like area. He'll like kind of like dip in a bit, and you see like the hair on his back stand up, and whoopsies, and he'll kind of back away, and you kind of like watch. It looks like he's kind of like, oh, why am I putting a door on the map again? It looks like he's kind of like, yeah, kind of mapping out a bit
I
of
go through the door.
an area, if you know what I mean,
Right.
a perimeter.
I don't.
Well, cat's never led me astray. And Rhyme Frost will start following the path the cat mapped out.
Sure.
Yeah,
Where are you trying to go ultimately?
I'm following the cat.
Well, he kind of ends up like walking back and forth a bit. He'll stop as he gets kind of close.
Perfect.
Yeah, close here.
Calvin is still concerned for Ryan Frost.
Yeah.
He can't seem to go any further anyways. There's
So you
sort of
get
this
down to, like,
natural
here?
rock. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. The cat was like walks in front of you like that.
Okay. I'm not dead, but the cat. I think the cat doesn't want me to go like more that away. He points towards like the middle.
Why are you going that way at all?
The cat went this way.
Stop following the cat.
I mean,
Can I get some intelligence checks from everybody?
Are they gonna matter?
I feel targeted.
Shit.
That's on brand.
Yep.
That's great.
Wow.
Yeah,
Ralph
Ryan
with
Frost is
21
like literally
and
just like
Trevor-
following the cat, like trying to catch him, and like as soon as you go to grab him, he like jumps to the next spot. And yeah, let's say the rest of you, Vaz, it takes you another extra moment to catch on, but like Rala, it comes to you first, and you almost kind of like look over at Kelvin and Mithra at the same time with this like moment where you remember the bard that you met saying something about
I was distracted.
saying something about watching out for the flora. The prettiest
Yellow
ones are
flowers.
often the most deadly or something, and that the yellow ones specifically are bad.
Right.
Ryan Frost, we were warned about this.
Calvin is going to tackle Mithra.
So
Worried
yeah,
about
with that
what?
and Baskill, you guys get the sense that like it's
Fire.
definitely something in there.
Why don't we just take a step back?
Oh, okay. Rhyme Frost.
So we're not sleeping here?
We are definitely not going to be sleeping here.
I mean, but like plants
Yeah.
don't move, right? I mean, unless they're those fucked up tree monsters.
You just told
There
us.
were no tree monsters.
You literally just told us you did this.
Yeah, you guys sort of get the sense that from Baskill kind of like walking this area that that it seems to be safe beyond. You get the sense that it's kind of like 30 feet or so from like the edge of certain parts of the yellow. Anything beyond that, and the hair starts to kind of stand up on Baskill's back, but he seems to sort of be relaxed outside of that radius.
Hey, I got it, guys. I got it. It's fine. I won't go in the plants. Ryan Frost throws Spark Pick into the yellow plants.
Shit.
Just show me. Give me like a ping somewhere in the plants to show me about where-ish.
I mean, he's got a pretty good line from where he is, so I'm thinking like here.
Didn't
Right.
Rhyme Frost point out the whole magic user spell depletion issue?
Yep, he did.
That was
Okay.
like 20 seconds ago.
Yes, he doesn't get heals.
Memory of a goldfish.
So
Who said that?
Yeah, Ryan Frost, you throw Spark Pick like into this like heap of flowers, and like it definitely connects to something. It hits. You hear this like really high pitched like shrill sort of come from the pile. A dex save there.
Ryan Frost just is like, I got it, guys.
And
The cat was right.
you see these flowers start to sort of surface.
Can we have
and-
those
and be-
tokens bigger for recent?
Yep. And sort of become animated.
Okay.
Yeah,
It got cute little
That's
hooks
lovely.
on the end.
cute. Yeah.
You see sort of just beyond those cute little flowers, these like amalgamated bunches of vine and earth that makes this sort of bulky, slow humanoid figure.
If I do, like, if I can tell that I hit something,
Yep.
is there any target within 5 feet of whatever I hit?
Of this one, within 5 feet, there is not.
Okay, cool.
But this thing fails its dex save, and yeah, I'll take an initiative roll from everybody here as this sort of heap of flowers starts to sort of vibrate and become
Minus
sentient.
2.
That's good stuff.
Fuck. Freyr could give that a run for its money.
Calvin, Vaz, Mithra, Ryan Frost, left. Okay, is that everybody?
Mithra, Jesus.
But Ryan
stop.
Frost, this thing does 12 piercing. Are you raging right now? No, you're not, are you?
No.
No.
Sorry.
A 12
Mithra.
piercing and the 6th lightning.
Let's make a pack and just leave. Let's just get the fuck out of here.
I'm coming.
Magic casters, we're out. Peace.
Yeah, caster's out. Baz, you're a caster, right?
Yeah, Jace.
This like flower that you hit like seems to still be sort of fluttering. They are in fact moving, but very slowly. Now that they're sort of awake, Mithra, you're sort of first to react here. What you doing?
She'll send a sacred flame off of that one there, the one closest to her.
Cool. Okay.
DC 15. Dex.
Excellent. That's this thing's favorite.
Mhm.
Dex 6.
All right,
So
9
9.
damage.
How's that one looking? Does it look wilted?
It looks like it's taken. It looks like it's almost wilted.
And did it
Yep.
take the amount of damage I was expecting it to
Yep.
take?
Nothing abnormal.
All right. Okay. That's it for Mithra.
Okay, staying there. Kelvin, you're next.
The same one that Mithra hit, I am going to shoot a ray of frost at.
All right. Yeah, that hits.
So 2 cold damage, but its speed is reduced by 10 until the start of my next turn.
Okay. This thing.
Way to rock that damage roll, though, Casey.
Yep, strong man. The ones are out. The ones are out tonight.
Welcome to the club, man. Welcome to the club.
It's because Shannon's only rolling 20s. The ones have to go.
Yeah.
I know.
I've
She's
taken them all myself.
got 'em
Yeah.
for everybody. Okay, any
Bring
movement
those
from Kelvin?
singles. Yeah, you know what? I probably should get the fuck out of here. Being
Alright.
a squishy guy. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Kind of tucks up behind the cleric.
Cleric who has no spells.
Yeah.
Rolef, you've seen one of these flowers get zapped a couple times now.
I guess I will just do a scorching ray at flower that got hit, and then 2 of the flowers that didn't get hit.
Okay.
So first flower that got hit, then for the 2 that didn't. Oh, there's a
Oh,
crit.
there it is.
Goddamn. Okay, first one that got hit.
Is that a hit?
Oh yeah, they're all hits.
Okay, cool.
So 8 on the
8.
first one.
Second one's actually 16. The last one is just 9.
16 and 9. Okay, good hits on everything here. The first one that everyone's been kind of hitting is certainly wilted now at this point.
Cool. I will just get back as well. I'll call Mithra and Calvin back.
Rhymefrost, your go here.
Vaz first. I think.
Oh, whoops. Yeah, sorry. I was Vaz, you're up
So
there.
I was up there stealthing, so
Right?
yeah. Let's see, what does Vaz want to do? How far away am I? 55 feet. I am going to bonus action dash, and I'm going to try to stab it with sliver glass.
Okay.
Yep. 23.
That's a hit.
24 points of damage. And then I will take my remaining 5 feet of dash and step back.
Okay.
That was a lot more than like the 8 points she did on a crit. Just saying.
Yeah, seriously.
I like to go easy on them, right? Like, not make them feel. Besides, it was a tree, man. So, like, maybe they couldn't even get critted. Did you think about that?
This thing looks like there's barely anything left of it. Like had you had anything more behind that attack, this thing would be done.
That's hurtful. I tried my best.
It's the way it goes sometimes, man. Okay. That's it for
Oh, wait a
Vav.
minute.
Oh.
Can I retcon something?
No, well, it depends on what it is.
Can I stay here for a second, long enough to do action surge?
Yeah, sure.
Because maybe I do have something left.
Oh, well, look at that.
15
Yep, hits.
for just 9 points of damage.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, 11 points.
Oh, okay. Well, then in that case, this thing is shredded up with sliver glass here, as it sort of just like droops right over, and all of the petals fall off of this thing as it sort of collapses to the ground.
But I will still step back that 5 feet.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks.
Rhymefrost, you're next there.
All right. I would like to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll rage bonus action, which will give Vaz 3 temp HP.
Nice.
Don't worry about the aura, Mike. I'm keeping
Cool.
track.
No worries.
And I will throw another spark pick at the knot plant.
This thing here.
Yeah, whatever that is.
Cool.
22.
Oh yeah.
Can you make a DC 14 dex save?
It can try. It makes it 15.
Okay, So that's 12 points, 14 points total. And then I will throw a second. Yeah. 24 hits.
Yep.
Dex save.
See Dex. Fails this time.
Okay, 18, 20 points of damage that time.
Okay, well, same thing here. This is an inch of its life. Whatever this thing is, it is falling as quick as it kind of got up.
Okay, that's it for Ryan Frost.
Okay. Baskill kind of jumps on top of this pillar here, kind of climbs, I guess, on top. And it sort of just stares out at the flowers here, kind of watching over the group. Next up, this thing that you just hit, Rhyme Frost, sort of begins to react. It like slowly kind of like lunges and lurches towards you here, and is going to reach out to you and just try to slam into you. It's going to miss horribly there. This next one, 5, 15, 20 is going to move in here and just lets out this kind of strange scream. Next, these flowers both move forward about 5 feet, kind of closer.
Wow.
And this first one that's in front of you, Rhyme Frost, you see it first as it sort of like lets out this. It's barely visible, but you can smell it a lot faster than you can see it. It sort of hits you first, and then it hits Vaz. And I'll need you both to make a DC 11 Wisdom saving throw, please.
Not a poison effect by chance, is it?
It is not a poison
Or
effect.
a charm
Is it
effect?
a charm effect?
Ooh, it may be charm related.
Okay, then.
That's good news for Vaz.
Yep.
Well, I mean, let's not get crazy. Let's wait to see what it. Touchdown!
What is with you?
Oh my god.
Super good.
Hey, remember all
So-
those times Ari gave us advantage and the person that didn't have it didn't use it? Oh, that was
Always good. It's always good. So Vaz and Rhyme Frost are both
Characters.
charmed. While you're charmed in this way, it lasts for 1 minute. You can't do anything on your turn except move closer to this flower.
That sounds
baby.
great. Can we do things on our turn like roll our saving throw again?
Yeah,
We
you
do
can do
that.
things like repeat your saving throw at the end of your turn.
Okay.
Calvin's just in the back, just being like, "Oh my god, not a fucking again."
Yeah. And that's it for these things. Mithra, you're next.
All right. Yeah. Everyone look okay? Mostly.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
Okay. Well, in that case, we'll just use Toll the Dead on the one that is right in front of Ryan Frost.
Okay.
So that is a Wisdom save, DC 14.
Okay, Wisdom. 15.
Okay, saved. Then she'll just keep hanging out where she is, and that's it for her.
Okay, that's it for Mithra. Mithra's digging deep into her bag of tricks here. It's late in the day. Crew's getting tired. Kelvin, you're standing back as well as you see Ryan Frost and Vaz both kind of breathe in. You can see this like noxious kind of like gas surrounding them.
Kelvin will take a side step out from behind. Well, no, he doesn't have to do that. He could.
You just point over her.
Yeah, let's be honest. I'm not really covering behind her. Like it's.
I'm small.
You're covering behind the halfling?
Yeah. I'm hunched down.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hit the plant that is closest to Rhymefrost with a Ray of Frost again.
Okay.
18.
Yep,
So
that's
11
certainly good.
cold damage. That's better. And it
There you
is
go.
reduced by, well, it's 5 foot speed. He has to go back 5 feet now.
Yeah, right.
Yes, his speed is
He
negative
loses.
5.
Yeah. Yeah. So this thing can't move.
No.
Cool. And it takes a good hit. Almost looks wilted.
Yeah, and then Kelvin, is this? He'll continue to just take a step back.
Okay.
He's still.
Raleth, the guys are getting close here, but slowly beating away at these flowers. What's Raleth doing?
I don't have much left I can do. I will shoot a firebolt at Zombie Lad.
Okay.
I thought this was going to be your moment to fire a ball Rhymefrost with just.
Well, I'm out of fireballs, so you're lucky today. 24, yeah.
24 hits, yeah.
Click that button. 15 points of fire damage.
Excellent.
I'll move
15.
like a little bit closer just in case.
Yeah, your flames kind of like tear through what's left of this sort of like undead flower heap, and it just sort of crumbles to the ground.
That's it. I'm out of things.
Okay. Vaz,
Can you ping which plant we have to get close to?
the one that's closest in front of Rhymefrost here.
Then I will 100% move right over to it.
Excellent. And you can repeat your saving throw at the end of the turn here, if you so wish. DC 11 Wisdom.
You did.
What? How did I? Oh, damn it! That's my turn.
Yep. Rhymefrost. Seems he's here.
Yeah, I'm going to go right up close.
Okay.
I will make my wisdom save. I will use the player advantage
Smart.
bestowed by the amazing support we have in chat.
Love it.
Doesn't matter.
Oh no.
Down.
Hate to see it.
Dude, that was the 3-4 to go with my 2-3 from last time. Moving on up.
Moving
Okay,
on.
so Rhymefrost continues to be affected here. Baskill doesn't move from where he is. This sort of creature in front of you, Rhymefrost, sort of just slams into you again here. 16.
Hits. Thank God I get to keep my rage. 3 points.
Yeah, 7 bludgeoning, half, so 3.
I have no temp HP left.
Excellent. Next here, this one that was slowed by Kelvin is going to reach out and touch you, Vaz.
Consent.
Not with that roll.
It is not going to with that roll. This other one here is going to move 5 feet forward. And it is going to reach out and try and touch Rhymefrost for an 11.
No boy.
Mithra, back to you.
Yeah. I was doing all right, so we'll just do another. No, she's gonna use her bow this time. She'll
Okay.
shoot at the one that's in front of Baz there.
Yeah, you got it.
There we go.
Yep, that hits, no problem.
Sweet.
Okay, this thing is wilted.
Cool. That's it for her.
Okay. Kelvin, back to you.
Calvin will. He didn't even see that other plant till it showed up, so he will drop a ray of frost in the one that just showed up in his line of sight, which is this guy.
Yep.
19.
Yeah.
11 cold.
Minus 11, and it's slowed. Okay, yeah. Another hit here. Neither of these things can move anymore. Calvin moving or doing anything else?
Calvin's feeling a little bit more comfortable, so he will take 2 steps forward.
There we go. Releth, back to you here.
Maybe I'll just try and get rid of the other zombie guy.
Okay.
Let's just do a firebolt at him. Never mind, I don't.
Cool.
Yeah, that's a miss. Unfortunately, whizzes kind of by him and hits the pillar right behind him there. It does sort of singe away a patch of some of the flowers that are here.
I'll get kind of up here, so I'm not too far from Mithra in case bad things happen. That's it.
Okay.
Not that I can really help Mithra. I don't have any spells.
I'll run this in boat. All right.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Yeah, no spell slot.
I have 1 sorcery point. Guess what you can do with 1 sorcery point?
Quicken.
I've spare the dying. It's fine.
Cantrip.
Oh, I could twin a cantrip. Could do that.
I still have a spell slot.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Vaz, that brings us to you. No longer charmed here.
I'm going to steady my aim and try to stab this thing with sliver glass.
Yeah.
I think I hit.
Yeah, that's definitely a hit.
21 points of damage.
Jeez. Pretty close. This thing here is losing a lot of its greenery.
And that's it for me.
Okay. Rhyme Frost still charmed here.
Nope.
Can't really get much closer than you are.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Oh no. Okay. Basco. He's gonna jump down here. He's gonna stay about 30 feet away though. Okay. This creature here again slams into you, Rhyme Frost. 13 miss.
Miss.
Okay, next thing here. You should be good. Oh, you're 30 feet there. Okay. Vaz and Raleth, unless you explicitly understood that as like the line, because you're exactly 30 feet from this thing, and it needs a wisdom save from anything within 30 feet. Okay. I'm looking for that DC 11.
That. I will use Favored by the Gods.
Okay.
Which will put me at least 11.
Cool. Okay. So neither are charmed by the plant here. Mithra, back up to you here. This one that's right in front of Vaz looks like it's got barely anything left of it.
All right. She will shoot another arrow at that one then.
Okay.
Is that both flowers or just one?
Oh yeah, it was only one flower. Thank you. I'm gonna back up for just a second there, Mithra. Sorry about that. Okay. This one that's right in front of Vaz is again going to reach out and try and touch him. Not going to make it.
Nepa.
Okay, back to where we were. Oops. Back to you, Mithra. Sorry about that. So,
All right. Mithra shot off that arrow there for 24. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Hits. This thing is torn apart.
Woo.
Boom.
All right. Do better line of sight, and she's done.
Okay. Kellen, just watch Mithra drop one here.
Ray of Frost, the other one.
Boom. Frosted up. Yeah.
19.
Okay, no
7.
problem for 7. Slowly fading here, but still looks in pretty decent shape.
I am staying put.
Okay. Back to Raleth.
I guess feeling that it tried to charm me, I'll back up and like kind of hold Mithra like okay, closer, and Kelvin. And I'll just Ray of Frost. I want the other zombie to go away. I'm gonna try and get him. Hey, I probably do.
Sure do.
Wow,
wow.
16, 25.
That's a good one.
That's
Yeah,
a
big
pretty good
time.
one.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it has too much left. It's getting pretty close here as well. A lot of it's sort of fading away.
Cool. That's it. I'm just gonna, back away.
Okay. Okay, Vaz, back to you here. This one in front of you's kind of been destroyed. There's two creatures left.
I'll take a 5-foot step and try to stab it with sliver glass.
Yeah.
I do not stab it unless it's a 12.
Yeah, you hit it.
Oh,
That
nice.
doesn't take much for you to swing at this thing.
It did
I'll
roll
take
a
it,
-2 initiative. His EC's probably
Oh.
good.
22 damage.
Okay, this thing is pretty close as well. It's got like 1/6 of its life left.
And let's see here. I moved forward. Yeah. I'll just stay there, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
The one that had charmed me is dead. Am I no longer charmed?
Yes, that is correct. Yes, good call.
Ah!
Bad news for these other things.
For other guy.
Thankfully, plant first. 12.
Okay. Yep.
14 points.
Yep. Dead.
Zombie. 15 points.
Yeah, double dead. What's it look like as you cut through this like mass
just,
of stuff?
He's been standing there for the last 15 seconds with just sword in hand, being like, I'm already close enough. And then finally he's like, well, I mean, it's dead now. And he's like, quack quack. Just swings twice. He looks back to the group just as the zombie thing falls. He's like, the cat was hissing at these. I think it was these.
Yeah, Baskill walks kind of straight up and kind of sniffs them now, and certainly looks a lot more calm. And as you guys see this last kind of flower wilt and kind of fall to the ground, a lot of the growth sort of around starts to sort of fade away as well.
Oh. You made the flowers disappear.
And you made that up here.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
I'm just moving down here, Mike, so I can show off the Patreon.
Yeah.
Check it out, folks. Boots NM on Patreon. Fun maps.
Yeah, absolutely.
Check them out.
Good stuff here.
What is this?
Yeah. Okay.
What is this?
Well, Vaz, since you ask, it's this kind of rusted, overgrown sort of contraption.
Oh, that looks really cool.
That sort of looks like this. It's sort of on this raised pedestal. It looks like there's some markings around the edge, but it's hard to make out what it is with it all sort of overgrown, and there's sort of these holes in the center of it. Exactly where you see them. Can I get an investigation check from anybody that's checking this thing out? Vaz and Rhymefrost for sure.
Can I take a player advantage?
Let's help Kelvin.
Good thing I did.
13 with an
Cashed in.
Yeah, so you guys are like, you guys are looking at this thing. Vaz and Ryan Frost, like Mithra, you guys are kind of checking this thing out, and Kelvin, you walk up and you kind of take a look at it for just a quick second, and you think to yourself, looks like a sundial, but it's missing the gnomon. It's missing the piece in the center, the dial, if you will.
Wasn't there a picture of the sun or something on one of the pillars?
Yep.
There was.
Yeah.
The same one that had sort of the elvish script on it.
Temple to a sun god.
I said that realizing that Releth never mentioned anything.
I mean, I would be sharing whatever I saw.
Well, I think you would have inferred that because you speak Elvish, you read Elvish too, so you would have read that and probably inferred that from the text with some context.
Do you
But
think that
Raleth
there's-
confirms.
Yeah, I would reiterate anything I read.
Yeah.
Do you think that there's the sundial part, the pointy thing with the shade? Do you think that might be somewhere?
Cat.
Probably
Do you know where the sun, the thing that goes here is? Do you know, Cat?
Stop asking the cat.
Mithra's also going to go looking for it.
I think
Yeah.
the cat
Search
knows
in the
where it
area.
is.
Ryan Frost, why don't you get the answer of the cat? We'll go
Okay.
take a look around here.
Ryan Frost
Ryan Frost
sits
is like
down.
on the
He's
ground,
like,
having like a debate with.
he sits kind of cross-legged down on the ground, just staring at the cat.
Yes, I love it. Give me anybody that's looking for like a missing piece or something. Give me an investigation check. Ryan Frost, give me some animal handling.
Oh, damn. Double that.
21.
Cool.
Those
For Ryan Frost, like Baskel, like seems to be pretty warm to you. You know, kind of sits with you, sniffs you around. Yeah, certainly doesn't feel threatened in this moment or anything like that. Probably smells like a lot of food on you. There's probably like still hyena haunch that's like, you know, bits of it on you, and it's probably taken a liking to that. Vaz, you are the first person, I guess, to kind of find anything. You kind of wander around this whole open area here, along with Kelvin and Raleth and Mithra, and kind of tucked into one of the ruins. One of the standing pillars that are left here. You don't spot it until you're kind of like up on the high ground over here to the north of the map, and you catch something just embedded in the side, up very high on this pillar here. That's close to Rime Frost.
Can I try to climb up and get it?
Yeah, give me an athletics check for some climbing here.
I'll give him a boost if I see him like trying to scale a pillar. Never mind. He
Oh.
like
Yeah,
I
no.
go to give him a boost and he's at the top.
Yeah, you like run up the pillar and then just like grab onto the top with like one hand, right? And so you're kind of like standing off of this thing on the side like a flagpole, and you kind of wrestle with this like crack in the pillar for a bit. A couple of pieces kind of crumble out, and you pull on what you saw sort of glisten as like the last remaining rays of sun kind of go down here. And you pull it out, and it looks to be a piece of the blade. It
Nice.
doesn't look to be completed, though. It looks like the piece that snaps onto what's left of the sundial, but more of the blade is missing.
Well, after I'm done Harvey Dangering up there, can I do some kind of like acrobatic flourish to land?
Oh my God, yeah, of course you can.
Excellent.
Let's throw some acrobatics out there just to sort of see. You can have advantage on it here too because you were so graceful going up.
Good thing.
Yeah, with your 18, yeah, what does it look like? Would you like backflip off this thing or what?
Yeah, like I'll just slide down a little bit, and then when I get about 6 feet off the ground, I'll do the whole like press off, big arc, backflip, land on the feet, cape flowing, superhero landing, the
Yeah.
works.
I like it. Yeah. Yeah, you guys watch as like Vaz kind of runs up, does this backflip, and kind of recovers beautifully, holding a sort of this like piece of metal. On
I'll
the
bring it
bottom of
over.
it, Vaz, as you bring it over, you notice that there's sort of something inscribed inside, and in Elvish, it says. It's sort of like inscribed in this like long circle around the inside, and it says, "I am the beginning of the end, and the end of every place. I am the beginning of eternity, the end of time and space." That is where you will find the second piece. It says.
On the beginning of the end, and the end of.
Are you reading this out loud?
I am the beginning
Yes.
of the end of every place. I am the beginning of eternity, the end of time and space.
Yeah, and I'll hand it to Ralef, since he seems to know what this is all about.
Yeah, and
And it seems to be like manually inscribed on the underside of this.
can I go to exactly. Can I go to the pillar with the writing and look for any letter E's? I guess the Elven equivalent.
Yeah.
Like look if there's anything looser, like kind of sticking out there. Any pieces?
Yeah, so you wander
Yeah, it's
over
all
to it.
E's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
noticing that.
and there's like the equivalent of like the letter E in there a few times. You kind of put your hand over a couple of them. Nothing seems strange, and then the final one you kind of put your hand over and it really lightly starts to kind of crumble away.
Oh. Is there something behind it?
Yeah, for sure. As you kind of start to like poke at it more, it sort of unveils another piece of metal.
I thought that was just a tease for a second. I was like, damn, really got my hopes up, and then
like to keep you guessing. But you bring it over and it kind of slides onto the other piece. Mithra, with your 15 searching around, you found sort of just kind of underneath this large blossom tree here, this like moss covered stone, and it seems to on top of the stone is sort of like a metal plate that seems to be part of the stone, and there's some words inscribed on the front of the stone as well that I don't think you can make out. It's written in Elvish.
Oh! I found something over here. Can somebody read this?
I can try to do the reading. Oh.
Yeah, it
Oh.
says you kind of brush it off. You clean off the stone a little bit. Mithra kind of helps brush off the moss and the dirt and everything. And it says in Elvish, "Place here that which is not alive but does grow, does not have lungs but must breathe to exist, does not have a mouth but must be fed."
Like a plant or something?
Oh! I
That's what I like,
know
though.
this one. I think it's fire because you have to feed a fire.
Relef, give us fire.
what? Oh,
Fire, please.
Where? Sorry, I
Oh,
missed
give us-
what.
There's like
Give
this
us
like
fuel, give us fire.
give
us
that which we desire.
I know, just light it up.
There's this like metal plate probably on top of this stone that seems to kind of be part of the stone. It's like sort of a flat surface.
Okay, cool. Sorry, Spencer zoned out for a second.
No, it's
there
all
and
right.
was like wondering where.
Oh.
Shoot fire at the thing Mithra's pointing.
So yeah, you put your hands on it. I mean, there's a number of ways for Rowleth to do this. How what does it look like as you produce fire on this
Snipe
thing?
it from wherever I'm standing.
Boom.
Mithra calls for it.
Perfect. Just like snap your fingers and like boom, fire is there.
Yeah.
This fire starts to kind of crackle. Mithra and Vaz, you guys kind of have to step back. Anyone else that's around, as it grows kind of intensely, and along sort of this like rock wall in front of it, the flame burns moss away and reveals sort of this like hidden. I don't know, little pocket in the stone wall, and sure enough, you see sort of another metal sliver that looks like it would probably complete the sundial.
Was it the right answer?
Yeah, good job.
That never happens.
Yes, I thought it was going to be a plant because there's lots of plants here.
But plants are alive.
But are they? They've all been killed.
Got you there.
There's another piece over here. It looks like it goes with that thing.
Bring
Cool.
the 3 pieces together.
So yeah, you guys bring them over, and this one sort of slides on to the final piece with sort of this click, and Rowleth and Vaz, you guys both notice as you kind of clean this piece off. This whole thing together now, by the way, looks like this.
Oh, can you show that again, Mike? Sorry, I was double clicking.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. So underneath sort of is the base, and then on top of it, the piece that you've now assembled. It looks like this here.
Very cool.
Yeah.
As you kind of reassemble it, again, kind of inscribed along the blade now, you read in Elvish, when the shadow of the sun is reversed, the path to its light shall be revealed. That in the chat here.
Shadow of the sun is reversed, so midnight?
Do we have to reverse the sun?
Maybe not.
I'll
that.
try.
You guys sort of get the sense. I mean, if this is the sundial, the sun sort of has set for the day now. Unfortunately, but you know kind of where it will rise in the morning, and maybe get a sense for how the shadow may cast on this thing.
Hey, well, since
I
we
think
killed
that's
all
like where the-
things- Oh, go ahead, Vaz.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I think that's where the video game gives you like all the health potions and the place to sleep.
I mean, now that the cat's not mad about the plants that were people, but also plants that we can sleep here, right?
Yeah, you
Can we
haven't
sleep
seen
here now?
Pascal react to anything. He's been pretty chill this whole time now.
Rhyme Frost like gets down like on like his hands and knees, like stares in the cat's face, like uncomfortably close. It's like, can we sleep here?
Pascal just like stares at you with like empty eyes for a second, and then it gives you like a little lick on the nose as it like
It tried to eat me.
kind of walks over to Vaz and curls up sort of to Vaz's legs. Yeah, you guys doing?
Now you can
I
sleep.
think we have our answer.
And
Cool.
You
So you guys want to hunker down? Is that the plan?
You guys
Yes.
said this was a bad idea, and like now we found all this cool shit under the plants that tried to eat us. You're welcome.
We could have found it in the morning with less risk of death.
The morning has the sun out, and I'm not a fan of that, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, this area especially, is going to get a good dose of sun in the morning.
Yeah, Rhyfrost is just like, no, pass. Wait, if we can reverse the shadow of the sun, does that mean that like the sun will just go away? That'd be great.
I don't want the sun to go away.
Oh,
I think it is maybe the sundial casts a shadow, and maybe you go in the opposite direction of the shadow, or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think you actually do anything with the sun.
Don't think that's in our power.
I was looking forward to teaching that thing a lesson.
You will have to teach it a lesson another time.
Remind me. Sometimes I forget stuff.
That's an understatement.
Where are you again?
Hey. so you guys, where are you guys hunkering down on the map here? Feel free to kind of be wherever you want. Are you guys setting up like a campfire? Are you tiny hutting it, or what's the move?
Go up to that little ledge. Seem nice.
Do you want to take the metal puzzle piece, the thing, with us? In case like someone takes it.
Is it like small and like portable? Like, is it a small like handheld sundial type compass?
No, it's sort of like on like a sort of stone base that's
Okay, like it's
pedestal.
fixed.
Okay,
kind of fixed in place here. Yeah.
Okay.
I see.
I'll just sleep with
Yeah,
this
maybe
thing then,
I'll
in
just
case
camp
anyone tries
out
to
next
take
to
it.
it.
Okay.
Nobody has been here for a very long time. I don't.
Yeah. Brian Frost is already like settling down, leaning up
Yeah.
against the side. Yeah. Ugh.
Like scratching your back on like the like rusty metal.
Yeah.
Cool.
He's using it to like comb through his like matted beard. He's just like
Yeah. I love it. Okay, so you guys kind of hunkered down, getting a fire going. Is anybody doing anything like before sleep? Otherwise,
Yeah, Calvin will like kind of ritual cast tiny hut over here, kind of just off to the side.
Okay, no problem. So you got tiny hut. I imagine same thing. It's probably opaque, so you can see out. Or sorry, it's set up so that you can see out, but can't see.
I can see it. I can see out, but people outside can't see it. Yeah,
cool. That's good.
Usual.
Okay. Yeah, plenty of room in the hut. Is anybody setting up a watch? Is anybody staying awake? Anybody doing anything?
I can take the first watch.
Okay.
I'm exhausted. I'm just gonna go sleep.
Yeah, I'll take a watch, I guess.
So fun fact: if Mithra tries to enter the tiny hut, she can't come in.
No.
I come into the tiny
Why?
Nope.
I can't come into the tiny hut? Okay.
Why can't
Cal-
Mithra come into the tiny hut?
Because Calvin has had enough of all of your BS for one
I
day.
was on your side, but
Nope. The cat. You were kind of on.
okay,
I was waffling with you, but then you were like,
all right, sure.
then you were like, the cat can stay, and I was just like, I'm done with these people.
Okay, fair enough.
If Mithra's not allowed in the hut, I'll stay outside with Mithra.
He's like that friend that goes like camping and then it's like kind of rainy, so he's like, I'm getting a hotel room. Fuck you guys, I'm out of here.
Kelvin's gone to sulk.
I love it. Okay.
Calvin just needs to recharge away from the party. He's had a day.
So Kelvin's hosted up, warm, cozy, tiny hut. The rest of you are slumming it outside here. Brian Frost, you said you're taking first watch.
Yep.
Okay.
If Ryan,
And sorry.
like once everyone
Yeah.
goes to bed, if Ryan Frost saw like Mithra try to go into the hut and kind of like bounce off like the frame,
Yeah.
Ryan Frost has a plan for through the night.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think so. And Kelvin probably makes a scene about it, right? He's probably like steps outside, like equivalent of like brushing his teeth, and it's just like, nope,
No.
not tonight.
I would, but I can't leave the hut or else it
That's
disappears.
fair
Sticks his
enough.
head through the wall.
Yeah. Yeah, a little window appears. Not tonight, guys. Okay. So the group settles in. Then and starts, kind of dozing off. Excuse me, Brian Frost. Ultimately, you stay up for this. Excuse me, first watch here. Give me a perception check.
21.
21. Cool. Sorry, I gotta check something. Good. There's a couple points in the night where, like, you hear the usual like stir in the bushes, and it like kind of heightens you for a moment. You keep looking for like these yellow, flowers, especially in anything kind of creeping up on you. One point in the night, Baskill wakes up as well, and you see him kind of creep off into the bushes, kind of like low and slow, but comes back sort of a moment later. It just has a like a rat in his mouth, and he just kind of goes and plays with that, and kind of chomps on it
Brian
a little
Frost,
bit. I
like,
suppose.
gestures to the rat, like.
Yeah, and I think like carrying that like 21 animal handling from before, another moment kind of goes where Baskill, same thing, kind of goes out, and this time he'll bring one back, and he kind of like drops it at your feet, and then he kind of goes and curls up by Vaz.
Brian Frost just like has the little rat jerky on the spot, and he
It's nice and dry and salted and flavored.
yeah, he makes jerky in his stomach. That's how he justifies it.
Love it.
Yeah, it's convenient now that he has this like rat corpse. He's going to like go over to like the hut and just like squish out like all of the rat guts like all the way around the like the hut where Calvin's probably gonna like step through in the morning.
Oh.
Like, yeah.
There you go. Leave a message at his doorstep, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
And then after it's time, Brian Frost will go and just like nudge Roleth awake.
Okay.
It's time.
Well, that just gets up and goes to take his watch then.
Okay. Give me a perception check, Roleth.
Cool. 1 sec. 15.
Cool. Yeah, you're tired. It takes you a minute to kind of like come to after Ryan Frost wakes you up. You kind of lay there for a moment, like, kind of hesitating, like that moment where you're like, oh, I don't want to get up. But of course you do. You stand up and you look over, and Ryan Frost is already just like snoring, seemingly like moments after waking you up. He's just like out cold and probably loving it. There's a moment right when you wake up where you think you kind of see or sense something kind of stirring, but like the breeze kind of dies down, and Baskill seems fine. Doesn't seem like anything kind of goes on, so your watch goes by uneventful. Also here, Roleth.
Sorry, like stirring where? Like, where do I get a sense of something?
Sure, yeah. Give me
So
with your perception here, with your 13, it's really hard to kind of tell, but you got this sense that, like, I mean, seemed like something within like kind of the camp of you guys, I suppose.
Right.
You don't know though if it was just
Like
Baskill kind of like,
or something.
if you're just hearing little noises, somebody kind of stirring in their sleep, or maybe having a dream or something. And the feeling kind of goes away. You kind of walk up, you stand up, and you kind of walk about, everybody. Everybody's fine and still, and Baskill's kind of snoring away at Vaz's feet here.
Let's keep light going for the rest of my watch then, but that's it.
Okay. The rest of your watch goes by uneventful. And the group wakes up in the morning, well rested and recharged, and the sun kind of peeked out early, and Ryan Frost, you wake up kind of grouchy.
Just like, yeah, like even with like the dark cloth like wrapped around his eyes, his equivalent of like sunglasses, he's just like, ugh. This shadow better be worth it, because this is shit. Speaking of, what's that on your shoes, Kelvin?
Still a night. Yeah, Kelvin like would have gotten up and like like he would have left the area of the spell. Would I have stepped in whatever? I can't imagine a rat can generate enough guts to go around a 10-foot circumference or radius.
That's a good point.
That is a
You haven't
large.
seen Rhyme Frost ring out a rat.
That is a significant amount of guts coming from one rat.
I get a round of perception checks as the crew kind of wakes up here.
21.
Percepted this morning.
Well rested.
Nope. I have 9.
Yeah, everything kind of seems normal this morning. There's some light dew kind of on the grass and some of the like foliage here. But everybody, again is intact and looks good. And Vaz, with your 23, I think you're probably the first one up. And you're the first one kind of over at the sundial.
Yeah, as I'm walking to the sundial and I notice that other people are getting up, I'm like, see? My clothes are dry. I did not go anywhere.
It didn't even need to be tied to anybody.
Oh yeah, we forgot to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we totally dropped the ball on that.
And I stayed outside of the thing with Mithra the entire evening. So it was like, oh, that's just like, he's in Tenby.
Yeah. Who knows? Okay. So, you guys checking out the sundial right away? Anybody else doing anything like upon waking? Obviously, you'll have some food, whatever.
Yeah. I think for Rhyme Frost, like, this is like, again, we had a lot of those days of like rain and kind of like overcast days since we left Austinwald. Like, this is like probably the first like major sunny like morning, not in like the foothills or like a forest. And like it, like looking at Rhyme Frost, it like almost looks like he's in pain. Like, he is like visibly uncomfortable. Like his head's constantly like looking down. He's just like wincing like every time he has to like move his head. You'd swear like he was like a 4-alarm hangover, like mixed with, like crippling like arthritis or something. He's just like all like hunched over, like everything hurts.
Yeah, not having a good time.
Aw.
No.
We have to get him some kind of hood or anti-sun clothing.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that.
Yeah, this is not ideal.
Go take a look at that sundial.
Yeah, it'll definitely be working on a day like today.
Mm-hmm.
So when's it supposed to work? When the shadow of the sun is reversed. What does that even mean?
So yeah, you guys like start looking at this thing, and I mean it's working. It's casting a shadow. The sun is kind of coming up from the east, so the shadow it's casting is kind of pointing to the west, and you guys kind of stand here talking about this thing for maybe 10 minutes or so. Vaz, with your perception, and Kelvin, Ryan Frost, you also kind of see this.
No, mine's a 9. But
oh yeah, sorry. So just Vaz and Kelvin, you guys both notice that as like the sun, for those 10 or 15 minutes, barely kind of moves across the sky, you do see the shadow moving sort of clockwise around the sundial as if, counting the minutes. See it moving sort of ever so slightly and notice that it's kind of traveling clockwise.
Yeah, is there anything of note directly opposite of the sundial shadow? This stage?
Give me an investigation check.
Okie doke. Is there even a sundial?
Well, a lot of it's still like overgrown. It's got like it's tarnished. It's really hard to kind of make out. There's nothing on the device itself that you can tell, that's opposite the shadow or anything like that.
Got it. So maybe there's a way to make the sundial work in the reverse. Instead of the shadow going clockwise, maybe there's a way to make it go the opposite way.
That's a good idea.
Or something.
Hey, can you stand in front of the sundial for a second? Or block the light of it?
Jazz?
I'm gonna take out a coin, cast a light on it, and like hold it up over kind of where the sun was and start moving it so the shadow goes counterclockwise instead.
Cool.
Around. Don't know
Cool.
if that does anything.
Cool.
Just stand there looking like a jackass for a bit.
So you start to fiddle with this, and as sort of the shadow starts to move kind of clockwise around it here, it gets to a point where where you're moving around, and as the shadow is kind of pointing northeast, after traveling around almost one full time, you hear like a click from the sundial.
Good idea.
What did you do?
I made the shadow go the other way. Or made a shadow go the other way.
Did you guys hear the click sound?
We all heard it, right?
I heard it.
I definitely heard it.
Anyone that was close heard it.
Can't see shit, but I can still hear.
What did it do? Is there
Yeah. Did it do something
Just-
cool?
do you see any difference?
Give me some investigation checks.
I will
Vaz, yours?
I'll help Ralef. I'll give him advantage.
No, don't do me.
Oh.
I'm not smart.
It's okay. Something
Hey, that
you
tracks.
something you were saying to Ralef clicked with Kelvin,
There you go.
and gave him help on
Good.
the roll.
Excellent. I like it. I'll take it.
Kelvin, you like touch the dial, the blade itself, and where it was firm before, the whole dial itself now seems loose, like you could spin it.
Okay. Like, I can spin it in both directions or just like one direction?
You can spin it in both directions, and right now it is like the dial or the blade itself is pointing in the opposite direction of the shadow, which is pointing to the northeast.
I mean, when like counterintuitive, I would like turn it counterclockwise because lefty loosey, but let's see what happens, I guess.
So you turn it counterclockwise?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you turn it until, as long as Ralef is still holding the light, the blade lines up with the shadow, and the sundial clicks again and sinks back, sinks sort of into place a little bit, resets into like the apparatus a little, and then you kind of hear this louder click, and the sound of like stone dropping near the stone tablet that Mithra had found earlier, where Ralef lit the fire.
Okay, and that's like right behind me.
Yeah, it's like right underneath that tree. There's kind of like a long stone wall along the far east side.
Okay.
So if you go check it out, it looks to be sort of this. There's a large rock that seems to be loose, almost as if it were on sort of a hinge that you did not see before.
Rhyme Frost, we could use some muscle here.
Yeah. Okay. Just point me in the right direction.
I would like guide Rhyme Frost like over to the rock door and say, "Open."
You guys see, like, as soon as he gets like under the like shade of this tree, like immediate like change, like back standing, like up straight, like no longer in pain. He's just like, oh my god. Yeah. Okay. Open. Perfect. Yeah. Wait. Hold on. Kelvin. Is it a push or a pull? I've struggled with that before.
It looks like it's a push to you, Kelvin.
It looks like it's a push.
Great. Ryan Frost is just like, fuck this day. He just like runs and just like shoulders this door like as hard as he can.
And the whole group's sort of around as this happens, I'm sure, yeah?
Yeah, unless Rhyme Frost like calls for help.
We
I
did
got
a
a big
thing.
fat. I got a big fat 12 strength.
You're on deck, Vaz, if it's a particularly troublesome door.
I look over to Calvin and I'm like, and you didn't want to trust Bastille. I told you, cats are lucky.
I still don't trust that cat.
We'll have to get to the end of this to find out if the cat is lucky or not.
I call back, it was me who killed the plant.
That is true. I give you that one.
Why is this cat in the party?
Because he's a lucky cat.
Okay. So standing in front of this kind of long stone wall, you have Rhyme Frost kind of push his way sort of through here. And sort of opens the door to a dark, sort of damp area. There's this humidity that instantly kind of comes like rushing out of this opening, and this sort of smell of decaying organic matter and plant life as you hear sort of the faintness of dripping water and moving water. What are you doing?
I can at least see in here.
I was just gonna ask, what's the light situation in here?
It's very dark.
Okay.
There doesn't seem to be any light coming from inside. Okay, roll out casting some light.
Just stand behind
On
me.
my bracers. I cast on his cloth. No.
Are you casting on yourself or on Kelvin?
I will cast it on my bracers or something.
Yeah, no problem.
And I'll cast light on my headband.
So you've got yours. There we go. Mithra should have light. Okay.
I'm gonna look, Mike. Totally unrelated DM things. Gonna look to see if I can find a token macro to make a token emit 2020 light.
Oh yeah, that'd be sexy. Sorry.
Oh, you just click the token and then click the button and it does it for
Yeah.
Just like the initiative and save ones that I have,
you. Yeah,
but I want one to make a token emit light.
yeah. And if you get that one too, another one will be good. Make a token, have an aura that everyone can see, because that's another good one.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you have to have different dimensions on the aura, but yeah.
Yeah.
So we are going into the dark, dank tunnel, right?
Oh yeah, I'm going in here. It's better than outside. Fuck that.
I guess Tenby can wait.
Are we like a day out of Austin?
Well, they would-
You're like two and change days out of Austinwold and a day outside. You'll be at Tenby tomorrow,
Sick.
depending on
So
if you.
Yeah, that's questionable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're taking a hard
Yeah.
right here.
So as you guys enter this tomb here, This first room is sort of flooded with water. It makes it hard to sort of navigate through the room. You can't see the ground beneath you. You're about up to your ankles or so in this like murky water. Rhyme Frost, you dip your bracers in the water. It comes out with a bit of sludge on it, but you certainly feel a bit stronger. Give me some perception checks here across the board as you guys enter the tomb.
Yep. Okay. Right.
22. Straight roll this time because we're not in the.
I mean, this place was called the Verdant Tomb of Aenor.
I did mention that. I did mention it. I put it in the chat.
Kelvin is blind AF.
Mithra, Rhyme Frost, you guys see that there's stuff in the water. There are little creatures in the water. They don't seem to be big or necessarily, violent or anything like that. But a few times you see things kind of move past your ankles or kind of brush past you. The two of you kind of also notice that at either end of this first room here are these sort of extensions that you can just sort of see through these open doors that are more like, I guess, kind of gates. And you can just barely tell that each of these sort of rooms at either end have two tombs inside. And in front of you, there's a set of steps leading up with water kind of rushing underneath the door there. And Mithra, Rhyme Frost, you hear it first, followed by Roleth and Vaz, and finally Kelvin. There's this like sort of loud bellowing scream that seems to come from deep within the tomb. And Mithra, right where you're standing, can you give me a dex check?
Dex, eh? All right. How's 15?
Good. You feel sort of the ground kind of rumble beneath your feet a little bit. And just as you look down, there seems to be a hand and arm outstretching from the ground, reaching up to you. And it startles you. As soon as you move, it sort of absorbs back into the ground as if nothing were there. And
Hello?
I think that's a great place to finish the session tonight, guys. And
Very cool.
leave the rest of the exploring until next time and see what you guys get into here.
Cool.
Nice.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
I gotta hand it
Good
to you.
task,
That was excellent way to leave it.
It's not even the right campaign.
It's always the right campaign.
If you're here, it's always the right one.
Handily the right one.
Oh,
Nice to have this on a like holiday Monday for us anyways, where we didn't have to work today and just got to get back to it tomorrow, but still plenty of D&D to be had.
Yep, we got Finders tomorrow. Big lore and everything session in that one. So if you follow along with the Finders campaign, you don't want to miss that one. Or you definitely will need to catch that VOD later, because otherwise you'll have that whole Casey Frere nosebleed scenario going on for the rest of your
Have a lot of homework to do.
Yeah.
Well, we've had a lot of information tossed at us recently.
mhm.
A lot.
Thank you everyone again for hanging out with us. We'll be back tomorrow night. We are going to raid out, and we're going to send over to the good folks at. Anytime you want to pull up my list, please. We're gonna go raid over to
Excellent.
And we will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you again for hanging out with us and spending your Monday with us. See you tomorrow.
All right, guys.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks,
Good
everyone.
night.
Thank you.
Good
See you
session.
guys.
Hey, everybody.
Bye.
Cheers.
Bye.
And we out.